going 6 for 6, and people are like, "You're tipping the picks." I'm like, "Nope, I'm behind like you." I had it down. Like I told you, I do a sales job on Wednesday. You know what I do to avoid Gertrude and Esther and Winifred, who are about 195 years old. And nothing against old people. I love old people, right? But these old people, they're nasty, man. They are venomous. Bunch of venomous snakes. Like they will take your head off. Like right when you first get on the phone, it's 9:15. Like you're feeling good at 9 o'clock. Of course, you know, Wednesdays, I produce the JP Peterson show. So you get on at 12:30. Thank God. Because you get on during a regular morning, You're feeling good at 9 o'clock. You had your coffee. You had your donuts, maybe your oatmeal, maybe your bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. You're feeling good about the day. 9:15 comes. Winifred is on the phone. Esther is on the phone. Gertrude is on the phone. And they're ready to take your head off. And you know what you do to take your mind off of it? Gertrude, you sit there and take notes. And they're ready to take your head off. And that's what I was doing all day long. Because, baby, it's draft day. It's draft week. Sit down there and take notes. Do your mock draft in your head. Write down this. Write down that. Stats weren't great. But you know what? I didn't get upset. I wasn't looking to ask, Gertrude, who was 185 years old, what was World War I like? What was it like when you had to use your feet as brakes for your car? I didn't ask her that. I didn't. I probably would have been fired. I would have been. I'm just saying. So I kept my mind off of all that nonsense. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. And how do we start off this show as we always do here on a Monday, Wednesday, and of course on a Thursday night as the schedules will be released. So we'll tell you who your Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to play. We already know the teams. That is the question of the night. What matchup, what team are you looking forward to with this team playing this year? But, how do we start it off? 3 things. You know them, you love them, you got to have them. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Once again, I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Update the score of the Rays game as they are in the middle of a 3-game winning streak. Looks like it's going to be 4 right now with Josh Lowe and his return. 8-2 over the Chicago White Sox. He's got it right there, Randy Arozarena. So good stuff by your Tampa Bay Rays. You got to love that. So we'll definitely talk Rays baseball with Mr. Evan L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast at 9:30. And, of course, as always, we take your phone calls. What do you think about your Tampa Bay Rays? Get back to 500. I get it. It's the Mets, and I get it. It's the Chicago White Sox. But all you Rays fans out there would be critical of this team if they weren't winning those games. So putting together a winning streak, not only that, Johnny DeLuca, 4 RBIs tonight for him. And I think that's also been the big key for this Rays lineup with being run scoring against the New York Mets and, of course, the White Sox. Johnny DeLuca, Alex Jackson making some moves. Jose Siri on the bench tonight. As a lot of fans have been disappointed with him. So we'll definitely get into your Tampa Bay Rays with Mr. L. Bushman at 9:30. Of course, we're talking about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Liam Coen talking to the media today about the new offense, about Baker Mayfield. We'll also get into Lavonte David and some comments about Tom Brady. All that and much more. Again, open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. If you don't know what this is, it's your first time tuning in there on WATB Sports or I Love St. Pete or all these great platforms. Is it a TV show? Yes. Is it a radio show? Yes. Is it a podcast? Nah, it can be a podcast after the show is over with, but everything is live. So basically, if I screw up, you're going to be able to hear it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and go out to professional handicapper extraordinaire of this show, the Sports Web. Here we go. Mr. Harry the Greek, welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend. How you doing tonight?
What's shaking, little brother?
Oh, man, I know you had somewhat of a good weekend. How did that Kentucky Derby go for you? Some predictions out there? Go ahead and give us the rundown because, I'm not a big Derby fan, but whatever you say goes on this show and other shows out there. 806 with Kenny Nagast. He's doing a great job with his show there in Texas. So go ahead and talk about the Kentucky Derby a little bit, and then we'll get into the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Welcome to the evolution.
What about the Kentucky Derby would you like to know, Peter?
Well, anything that you want to put out there.
The fact that there was 20 horses in the race, and I gave everybody the horse that was going to run in the exacta, and I also said that there were 3 horses that had a chance that were very, very big long shots that could win that race. And the first one was the 3. And how did the race run? 3-2. You're welcome, America.
Great job.
You are so welcome, America.
Now, what I want to know.
And for those of you that really want to know what it is, all you have to do is go to my Facebook page. Go to Peter's Facebook page if you'd like. You'll see the interview that CBS Sports out of Amarillo, Texas did. And when they had me as a guest, go to the hour and 36 mark and listen to it from the hour and 36 mark to the 139 mark. That'll be all you need to know.
Well, I need to cut that up for you because it
was perfect, bro.
Yeah,
it was just. I told everybody that the 2 horse was, he was going to be one of the favorites. He was going to be impossible to make him not run first or second. He did win second. He did get second, but the long shot, the 3, the one that I gave everybody, actually won the race. And I even said the 17 with Johnny V that if he didn't see the lead, which there was no way that horse and jockey combination were going to get to the lead, that they had no chance. And the favorite, they did exactly what I thought they were going to do. He finished 15th.
Awesome. I want to know how much you won. I know you can't share, but
I can't disclose that.
Shekels?
Yeah.
Can I get a loan?
You got to fill the water back up in the well first, there, Peter. You know the deal. The well only produces water,
right?
When you pay for the water.
Oh, when I pay for the water. Okay. Well, you still owe me a steak dinner, by the way, which we had.
I can afford to buy you a steak dinner, buddy.
Well, you would be happy because I put this out there. It was having lunch with Leo Haggerty and Trace of Amped Up Sports on Sunday, and I didn't have a well done steak. I had a medium well steak, and you know what? I didn't put A1 on it, and it was great. It was tremendous.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Did you have any vegetables?
I did have some vegetables. Yes, thank you.
Did you put ketchup or katsuo on it?
No, I did not.
I was just curious.
I didn't have a hot dog.
Inquiring minds want to know this.
I know
stuff,
because
Peter.
Tom is all about putting ketchup. You can't put ketchup on hot dogs. I just thought it was Chicago hot dogs. I didn't know it was all across the board.
No, it's generally a Chicago hot dog because Chicago hot dogs. You have to look to see exactly how it's made. It's got all these beautiful layers of flavor.
No, I didn't put ketchup on steak. We don't.
Hold on.
I never did.
Actually, I have been there. It's worse. It's Heinz 57.
No, it's not. You're lying your ass off. It would be if anything.
All right, everybody. Let me just. You know what?
A1.
That's it. Okay. Hold on. Look. If you got a question or a comment for the Peter Greek, go ahead and give us a call at 727-255-0391, or you can leave a comment and see how you feel. Let us hear how you feel, the audience, about ketchup on hot dogs or ketchup on steak or someone that doesn't eat any vegetables whatsoever.
That's not true. That's not true. That's a lie.
He likes his spinach.
That's erroneous information.
Erroneous.
That's right.
Erroneous. And this is coming from the guy, okay, that thinks that Little Caesars pizza is quality. That's all. That's all I'm going to say.
False information, because that's not right. You got to get your facts right here.
Hungry Howie's.
Listen, guys.
What's it, Little Caesars or Hungry Howie's?
This is the reason why I'm the host of the show. Everything he's saying, I'm going to put a disclaimer out there. It's completely false. First, I do eat green beans and spinach, if you guys want to know. That is a vegetable. And then furthermore, it's not Little Caesars. It's Hungry Howie's butter cheese crust, bacon, and pepperoni. So there you go. Let's go out to this guy starting it off. I don't even know if we should take this call, but I guess we're going to. Best of the Bay, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. Welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with the Greek.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Pete, hey, what's up, Ray?
Brother, what great race on Saturday. I mean, it was a neck and neck. It was a nose. I mean, like, had to wait to run and get the camera and develop the film and everything. Great race, huh, Harry?
No, buddy, when they went across the finish line, my hands went up in the air and I turned around and I announced. That's why they call me the Greek. That's it.
Are you done? Are you done patting yourself on the back?
Oh, buddy, I can pat myself on the back because I can extend them hundreds right over across my back and scratch them with
extend
it.
those hundreds over here. That's what I'm talking about. Stop being so damn greedy.
I don't have enough of them. Hang on.
Listen to you.
Where'd I get these 20s from?
Look at this, man. Look at this. Look at this guy.
Let me throw this shit away. Hang on.
Oh, jeez. Look at
Let me just keep counting them for you,
Look
okay?
There
you go, buddy. Here you go.
Look at that.
Here you go. Hang on. I got another stack over here.
Exposing himself?
He is.
Hold on.
He's making
Here's another stack. Here's a few more stacks for you. That's what the Kentucky Derby does for you. You follow the Greek, you make some green.
By the way, we're live on Instagram Live, so all the Instagram models are just wanting to watch this show with you dropping hundreds because they think they're going to make it rain. Oh, jeez. So I would not expect anything less than this from Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. Great news here, my friend. Rays winning 8-2. It looks like they're going to be on a 4-game winning streak.
They're going to the World Series.
Easy now. They beat your White Sox, all right?
Yeah, they had to beat them. What are they? 1-3 against them.
Okay. All right. Well,
the 8-26 White Sox, and it weren't for the Rays.
Hold on. The White Sox were 3-22, and Tampa goes to town.
Okay.
And Chicago over the weekend became 6-22.
Play the games on your schedule. Yes, thank you.
This is a different team, though. Now,
thank you.
You know this.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, they're much different. Have they gotten into a fight lately?
Well, no, because they benched Jose Siri.
Thank God,
because he's been terrible this year, not only at the plate but equally awful in the field with some of the just bad errors. Just mental mistakes. Yeah.
And now you get Josh Little back from Durham.
Yep.
And you get him and you rotate him in the outfield. And now all you do need is Randy just to be Randy and let them wear the City Connect jerseys the rest of the season.
Yeah, just let them do that. Just why not? Why not? Just wear them all season. Who cares? If it works for you, you're superstitious. It's all about superstition. Let them wear them. Why not? As long as they keep on winning, why not? Keep on wearing them.
Speaking of superstition,
yes.
You guys, have you seen some of the roast from last night, or did you watch it live?
I heard that Tom Brady literally got his ass handed to him, and he was like really pissed about one particular comment. I haven't seen it, but I'd love to hear about it. Ray,
I did.
I know you know the color underwear he wears, but please tell me what happened in that roast.
The comedian, the bald guy, he's just
Jeff Ross.
Such a fantastic.
Yes,
Jeff Ross.
Yes.
He gets up there and he says, and he tells the story wrong. He says Tom Brady marched into Bob Kraft's into his office and said, "I'm the best decision you ordered." He was buying a pizza and he was eating crust as a rookie, driving a yellow Jeep, and he ran into him, but on a field no less. But the point was, he said, "I'm the best decision," and we know that to be true. I'm the best decision this organization ever made. And would you like a massage? And it's just totally bit into the whole.
Oh my God. Are you serious? Buddy, that's so funny. It's not even funny. The problem is, Ray, is you and I are jealous. We want to go to that massage parlor. I want to go hang out with the Crafts and where he went to. We'd have to bring Peter around.
Peter goes rub and tug. Where is it, Pete?
What's that? No, I don't.
Where is that rub and tug?
Once again, erroneous information out there thrown out there by Harry and, of course, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy.
Listen.
Disclaimer of the sports web.
Again,
these guys don't know what
there is nothing erroneous about.
It is do you even know what erroneous means?
Yes, Peter.
Okay. It's a Leo word.
It is.
It's not quite a Leo word. It's almost a Leo word, but I don't want you to end up having to explain it and sounding too loquacious.
No, listen to you.
That's a Leo word, loquacious. And you guys see the weird thing was today is I flipped out the thing about Drew Bledsoe because we know that we've seen the 30 for 30. We know Bledsoe. We know he got screwed. He almost got killed, and then mystic things happen. But I love that he roasts them and he gets into this Giselle because he says 2 things that you'll never have to know what it's like to be a number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft. And a 28th wedding anniversary, which, by the way, he happened to have actually celebrated the day before. And they laughed. Then they hugged it out as bros at the end. He actually said, "I love you, bro." And Tom actually looked almost a little taken aback, like not quite, but like. And Drew had some of his own wine because he owns the big winery now, Doubleback. So anyway, it was a great show. I don't want to keep up your show. I just want to say you guys are kicking it.
Oh, I appreciate it, Ray.
I appreciate you.
Can you make the show a little smarter and please join us?
You can definitely join us on video if you want to. You know it, and
okay.
yeah, and we okay. Well, don't get too many beers. All right, they're Gronk.
No, I'm gonna go home. I'm doing 80 down Bryan Dairy. I'll be coming over 102nd Bridge in a minute, but I think there's a cop behind me. We'll see. All right, guys.
No, hey Ray, seriously, on Seminole Boulevard, just before 86th Avenue on the right.
Okay.
That sheriff's been parking there by the old Italian place.
Yeah, be careful there.
Yeah.
All right, my friend.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, good stuff there. Open phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391 as the Tom Brady roast went off. Tell you what, let's go back out to the phone lines here. Big time Rays fan. He has to be excited right now. Let's go out to Alex. Alex, welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with the Greek.
Oh, God, he caught me.
I love when Harry does that.
Oh, no.
Yep, gotcha.
Well, let's say the Rays are 1 out away from going 4-0 with the new Connect unis.
Yes.
I love it.
Just keep on wearing them, right?
Are they playoff bound this year, Alex?
Oh, shut up, Harry.
No, I'm asking. Are they? I didn't say division winners. Are they playoff bound this year?
Honestly, I don't know, Harry. I can honestly say I just don't know because I don't. Yes, we're playing really good, and no offense to Harry's Chicago White Sox, which, by the way, Harry, before you jump me,
I'm not jumping anybody.
Wait. Me and Peter was trying to pull you off some front row tickets to your White Sox. Were we not, Peter? The other night.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Oh, can we still do that, my friend? Is there any way?
I will try. I will look tonight and try to make that happen for you both tomorrow.
All right,
that would be great.
Are you done, Harry?
Roberto. Oh, I'm done.
Okay.
White Sox suck, and the Tampa Bay Rays are going all the way.
There you go. See, converted. Harry the Greek.
Converted,
right?
baby.
Love it. There you go. That's what we do here on
Stu Sternberg. I love him too. He's great.
Okay, don't push it.
But listen, guys, on the real, give me 1 hour after this conversation. I'll try to make it happen. But listen, Rays are looking good. This is the team I've been waiting for. Hats off to Johnny DeLuca. I want to say this for all the fans that are.
Is he related to Paul?
No, I don't think he is. I don't think there's no. Hold on a sec, Alex. Caller, we're on with Alex. We'll come back to you in a moment. Stand by. Alex, go ahead. I don't know what you did there, Harry. You messed up your camera.
It wasn't me. That's Turbo.
Oh, Turbo the cat. Go ahead, Alex.
So anyway, listen, the Rays are playing much better
Turbo.
baseball.
Stop.
I don't.
Wow, the cat right now. And here's a pet story right now. I'm going to go full screen. Actually, I'll go widescreen on this because your cat's ruling the day. I'm trying to walk Alexander before the show, and Alex decides to get out of the harness because he didn't want to go where he needed to go. He decided to run around the neighborhood for about 35 minutes. I didn't chase him at all because I knew he would come back, and sure enough, he comes back to the house. So there you go. So pets got to do what they got to do, and he's now tired. He's completely tired. Your cat is awesome tonight, man. Your cat's doing it for you.
Yes, he is.
Cat's your cameraman. Okay, go ahead, Alex. I'm sorry about that.
But anyway, no, it's all good. So anyway, yes, we're playing great baseball. We just beat the White Sox. Sorry, Harry the Greek, but
no. What? Tom, seriously, come on, bro. Come on, enough with the ketchup.
No, Tom, keep it coming.
Tom,
because when you come down, Tom, I'm bringing you to his apartment.
Come on,
seriously.
Tom.
When you come down,
shut up.
I'm bringing you to the apartment. We're gonna bring him a whole bunch of hot dogs.
Sure, bring me. We'll go out somewhere else. We'll go to where's your place at? Chicago place.
What do you call it? Watch this, Tom.
I'm not saying it.
What do you call? No. What's the place called? It starts with a P.
Portillo's.
Oh, he did it correctly. How about that?
Did you
Yeah.
see it right?
Yeah, I did.
Yes,
Portillo.
he did. He
Yeah.
said it right. Can
All
you
right, go ahead,
believe it,
Alex. Yeah, because Alex is going to get his front row tickets tomorrow night. So, and we're going to
Yes, I
promote
want
it
to-
here on the Sports Web if he does.
I want to
Let's
try to
go,
get you guys
Alex.
front row tickets. Here's what I want to do. So here's the fact, okay? Undercover. So I've already given out all my front row seats, but I want to yank them and give them one of these fans Yankee tickets this weekend to try to make your tickets happen tomorrow.
Hey, sounds good to me. I like that.
For real, that's what I have to do, people, because like people are ready to go.
You mean to tell me there's actual Yank Me fans here in Florida?
No, there are Rays fans that want to go see the Yankees. That's what he's saying.
They want to go see the Rays. They want to go see the Rays, maybe sweep the Yankees like we did the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Yes.
Yes, it would be sweet.
No, but listen, guys. I'm very proud of this team. Peter, you know I always love to come in here and swing a little Rays baseball talk, but
Sure.
just real quick, I'm not going to be long. I'm very proud of this team. We brought DeLuca up this weekend. He looks really great. A really great Jose Siri replacement. No offense, but Peter, do you think it's time? Just one question about the Rays tonight. I'm not going to keep much of y'all's time because I appreciate y'all's time.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the Rays' time to let Jose Siri go? Do you think the toxicity he brings in the locker room and in that clubhouse and, of course, on the field is enough that what we've seen out of DeLuca, the guy already has 10 RBIs in the four or five games he's played?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good replacement for Jose Siri? Do you think the Rays move on from Jose Siri?
I don't know. I don't know if they do that yet. Because you're not sure about DeLuca. You just got him. I know. I think it's.
I'd like to answer that.
Well, go ahead, Harry.
I really would. On a serious note, I'm going to tell you right now. I don't think Siri is as bad as what people are anticipating on him. I actually kind of like him as a baseball player. But if there's something substantial that they might be able to get for him, or even good amounts of cash considerations, then yes, I do think you let him go.
I just think for me his attitude, he's a great ball player. But listen, like he's just this year, he did this a little bit last year, but he's dropping easy fly balls, not staying in front of simple line drive base hits, swinging at everything. Granted, I'm not going to sit there and debate his batting because no offense, Randy Rosarena hasn't looked any better. Granted, Randy had that big 9th inning 2-strike home run.
Yep.
Last night to give us an extras to walk it off.
He's been on base 3 times tonight too. He's starting to break out of it, and also
Yeah.
Yandy's starting to break out of it. So that's the key. And
Let me tell you something. This is the series that you can get a lot of Tampa Bay Rays that get it right moment of the season for them. This
Sure.
is where you can make it get it right. You want to develop some momentum. This is the type of teams you want to get them against. You want to get them against really, really inferior teams that aren't playing very good baseball, that have real big tendencies of finding ways to lose. And this is what can make teams move forward and get them going.
Yeah.
You can't help who they're going to put on their schedule. I mean, give me a break.
Right.
Tampa lost 3 in a row in Chicago. That wasn't going to happen if they lined them up another 20 times. Tampa should win 15 out of the 20 of those games.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
I just think the White Sox hit us up in that first series when the Rays were very, what's the word? Not so quote ready. They looked like crap.
The Rays
They
were
were shut. The White Sox were shut out 9 times.
They were playing bad. They were playing bad baseball. They were thinking they were going into that series to beat the White Sox because, like Harry is saying, the White Sox are playing bad baseball. But the Rays were just no better, and they were struggling. And that's what happened.
No better, Pete. I don't think in the history of the baseball that in the first 25 games a team shut out 8 or 9 times.
Right.
Come on. I mean, there's nobody playing worse than that.
But I agree with you. But during that series, the Rays did. They showed you that they could play some bad baseball, and that happens during the baseball season. Ebbs and flows. That's what I meant.
Hey, guys, and just a quick comment on how a fluke that series was on the White Sox end of it, because as soon as the White Sox swept the Rays that weekend, I don't think they've won a single game since.
Yeah, they have.
Maybe one.
They have. I think, hey, got to give them a little credit here, buddy. We're going for that number 1 pick.
Well, that's 4 in a row right now. The Tampa Bay Rays win the game over the Chicago White Sox. So now they are back to 500, 18-18. Again, the big star of the day, Johnny DeLuca, with 4 RBIs, including a 2-run home run in the 5th. So it's been
And the
big.
White Sox have won 2 games since then. Don't
Well, there you
don't
go.
discount them, buddy. They're 8
Well,
and
there you go.
27. They're a lock.
8 and 27. All right, Alex.
They're a
Thanks a lot
lock.
for the call.
But
Really quick,
Tampa's playing 500 ball though. It's a lot better.
really quick. We will be live on Thursday for the schedule reveal. Who are you looking forward to
It's
with
like
the
a
Bucks this
baby
year?
gender reveal. I love that.
Well, yeah, of course. I know you
Hello.
did. Yes, Alex. Who are you looking forward to this Bucks team playing? What's the matchup? I'll give you the home teams: the Falcons, the Ravens, the Panthers, the Broncos, the Raiders, the Saints, of course, the Eagles, the 49ers, and the Commanders. And then on the road, you got the Falcons, of course, the Panthers, Cowboys, Lions, Chiefs, Chargers, Saints, and Giants. Who are you looking forward to this team playing this year?
At minimum, I will be going to see the Rays. I mean, not the Rays, the Bucks and the Ravens. 100%. I go to that every
Okay.
time they come into town.
All right.
The last time they came into town, the last time I went to a Ravens and Bucks game was it 2 years ago when
Mhm.
Tom Brady was playing quarterback. It was a Thursday night game. And it was bad.
It was bad. It was definitely bad. Yes, it was. All right, Alex.
All right,
Thanks
guys.
a lot for
Thank
the
you, guys.
reminder. Yep. Use that second call on the phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Again, your Tampa Bay Rays take care of business tonight over the White Sox 8-2. They sweep the Mets. Randy Arozarena with the big time home run. I mean, again, I'm not panicking. Jose Siri's definitely a part of the problem, and I'll tell you why. Because it's not just him at the plate, because he's struck out so many times this year. He's not. I don't even think he's hitting 200 at this point. And of course, he hit a lot of home runs last year. But not only that, it's the effort. It's the defensive effort. It's the lackadaisical eras. It's the mental mistakes. They've hurt this team. This team is built off of pitching and defense. And when you have a player that's to be expected out in that center field where, you know, he's following Kevin Kiermaier, and what he put out there last year was a lot better than what he's putting out this year. I definitely think, you know, there has to be a conversation of, you know, when do the Rays trade him or let him go or send him down to the minors or something along those lines. And
No, I agree.
because he's got potential, and we've seen it last year. He still strikes out way too much at the plate, and
He'll
it's
get more. He's going to get more disciplined at the plate. I need to change subjects really quick. You know, we
Sure,
can go
go for
back to your subject.
Yes.
I just want to make a comment. Pete Prisco of CBS Sports is a putz.
Okay, well, you have to explain that in just a moment. Let's go.
Just read his articles. I mean, it's hard
Well,
not to do that. The guy thinks he's a genius, and he don't know shit. Pardon
All
my
right.
expression. He really doesn't.
Let's go out to this guy,
Acknowledge me.
the tribal troll right there, Mr. Roger Shue. Welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with the Greek.
What up, ketchup eater?
Okay, well, you know that's a lie because I don't eat ketchup on steak, but keep on throwing out false information there, CNN. Go ahead.
Harry Peter told me he wants to get Italian beef with cheese and ketchup.
No, that's
I
a lie.
don't doubt it.
That's a lie with cheese. No
And
ketchup.
put the sweet on the side, and,
Oh,
and the
stop.
guy won't even try to even eat a
Oh,
jardiniere.
Just shut up. Just
Buddy, until you can have a true Chicago hot dog and an Italian beef,
I've
the
never had a
correct
Chicago hot dog.
the
Somebody take me
correct
to a Chicago hot dog.
way, the
You know
correct
what,
way.
Peter?
Yeah, what, Roger?
I can't take you to Chicago.
Oh, shut up.
I will.
It won't let you off the
order you-
plane.
Oh, be quiet.
I'm going to order you from Portillo's on Friday a real Chicago style hot dog.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch you eat it, and I'm gonna videotape it.
Okay. There you go. See, there you go. I won't have
Bro.
ketchup on that. Okay.
Bro,
You
we
will
just
not
have to
like
listen,
because of all the
Roger.
vegetables, and you will throw up.
Between Tom Banner, you and I, we just have to make the au jus, and then we'll bring Pete like we're in a Catholic church and dunk his head as a baptism, and then he'll understand, and he'll come out going,
He's
no,
coming
just
around.
like
Here.
when they did the Peyton Manning. Do you guys remember when
Yes.
it was Peyton Manning? You guys see the commercial?
Yes.
And the guys from sports, what was it, Saturday Night Live, and they're doing the host skit, and he goes, in the name of Papa Bear, Mike Ditka, and Walter Payton, and they put him down. He says, you are now a Chicago Bear fan. And then Peyton Manning comes up and he goes, Green Bay sucks.
Okay. All right.
That's
So
what we need.
what do you want,
He's
Roger?
coming around. It's taking some years, but he's coming around.
Okay. All right, Roger. What's up?
So, yeah, the White Sox suck.
Yeah,
Cubs are in first place.
Okay, Cubs are in first place. You gotta love that. You love Mr. Roger now. You love that. Is
I
that
love
good?
Roger's show.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. You want me to
I'm
hang
a
up
Greek
on
guy
him?
for life, baby.
Yeah, even though you love the Cubs, you just admitted to that.
But Greek, why didn't you give me the pick for the Derby, bro?
Sorry, you were one of the few people that didn't ask me.
Wow.
I just thought you would have gave me that courtesy, being a member of the family.
Wow.
Hold on.
Familia.
Hold on. La Familia. All you had to do was tune in to the CBS Sports Show.
Well, we
That's
can't
it.
listen. We can't tune into any show during
It's
Friday.
all about family.
Yeah, well, we can't listen. Okay, and I know where you're going with that, so stop it right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Where's Fat Mike at?
Yeah, we're not doing that again. But we cannot tune in
5
to
foot
shows
Where is that
like
Mike?
that.
I haven't seen
Absolutely.
that
5'6" with a 2 foot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Roger. What else?
Where is Fat Mike? I haven't seen
I
him
don't
in
know.
months.
I don't know where he's at, man. He's around.
He's somewhere up there in Boys Town watching the Cubs.
Oh
He's
God,
such an
Harry!
idiot.
Did you really go there?
That's where they play.
I lived on Kenmore. I lived 1 block away from Boys Town.
That's why. That's why we're not sure about you.
Wow. Just throwing Roger underneath the bus, like always.
But you know what?
Wow.
He's a Cub fan. We understand.
I get it.
I
I
mean,
get it.
Tom Banner understands.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
he's a
will teach
Southie.
you to be a Greek guy, won't it? Because he'll throw you underneath the bus if you're a Cubs fan. Just
No.
like me, I'll put up with your crap. I put up with your crap for how many years now?
All right,
still
I'll
like-
do it. You guys ready?
Go
Go
ahead.
Cubs, go.
All right, there you go.
Go Cubs, go.
Hell's frozen.
Hey,
over.
Chicago,
It doesn't
what do you
matter.
say?
It's-
The Cubs are gonna lose today.
It doesn't matter. I love the Greek. I love being a Greek guy. I will be a Greek light for life.
Greek light, for life. Okay. All right, Roger.
Greek love.
Are you excited about the schedule reveal on Thursday for your Chicago Bears?
No. Well, yeah, for the Bears, yes. For the Bucks, no. I
Well,
could care
I'm
less because they're not
sorry.
playing the Bears. The Bucks are scared to play the Chicago Bears because Caleb Williams is going to torch
It's
them.
not their year to play the Bears. We shut up and be quiet.
I think they do play Chicago this year, Peter.
Let me see here. I'm looking at the schedule as we speak. And by the way,
we should plan a trip and I'll go to see a Bears game with Chicago and Caleb Williams' rookie season.
no, the games that are on the schedule here again: Falcons twice, Ravens, Panthers twice, Broncos, Raiders at home, Saints, Eagles, 49ers, and Commanders. And by the way, Bucks fans out there, they'll play 9 home games this year because according to Buccaneers.com, it's the NFC's turn to host the 17th games that were added to the schedule in 2021. And then the away, of course, Falcons, Panthers, Cowboys, Lions in a rematch of
That's a tough schedule.
Chiefs, yep, Chargers, ooh,
What's
Saints.
wrong?
Giants.
The Chargers. They got nobody to throw the ball to. And
Well,
Chuck Anderson says gong. I know what that means.
okay.
I know what that means, Chuck,
Okay.
because I was singing. You know, he's kind of throwing a little funny out there. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to my boy Chuck Anderson. He
Thanks
manages.
a lot, Chuck.
Hold on. He manages Ace Tire and Auto right there on 49th Street for all your auto service need. Go see Chuck and tell him the Greek sent you.
All right. Well, there you go. There's a little sponsorship there. Maybe a sponsorship in the future here. Who knows?
Hey, I might be able to hold the cards to that.
That'd be good. That'd be good, Chuck. This does have a 200,000 to 500,000 reach on Facebook. Just saying. We can play commercials. I mean, let's see here. Can we? Let me see. Let me show you really quick what we can play. Let me see if I got this guy right here talking to. Oh, here it is. Hold on a sec.
We're here in the Keeneland room where a lot of VIPs take betting very seriously. And I have found no one other than Harry the Greek, I've been told is your name.
That's enough. There you go. See, that's what we can do. At any point, I can play anything. Like there's a commercial here.
Where did you find
Coach Peter Blake of the Sports. I mean, just I've got all this stuff there. So you have a commercial video-wise.
For those of you that didn't know who that was the young lady that was Miss Kentucky interviewing me from FanDuel TV.
Yeah.
And I was at the Keeneland in the Keeneland room, and we were talking about sports betting and horse track wagering, and the only thing that was missing was my boy Tom Banner. I mean, he could have came and visited me. It was only a 7 or an 8 hour drive from his area. I mean,
whoa, hold on. We got some breaking news here. It's breaking. We got 100 stars. Thank you very much, Chuck. And of course, you like the content. Facebook stars are available.
Chuck sent me stars.
Sent me stars. 100 stars to me. The
Oh,
sports. Level.
hang on. The mere peasant over here gets nothing. Hold on.
This guy sucks.
Peter, you could keep your 100 stars. I'll keep the hundreds.
Yeah, well, see, you're not going to give me a loan or throw me some of that scratch. So,
I told you,
I gotta gain it somehow.
the water in the well, when you fill it back up, you can take water out.
I got Mountain Dew right now. I don't care about your water. Open phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. So, Chuck, thanks a lot for the stars. Again,
thank you, Chuck.
There, if you love the content, give to it. YouTube super chats are also open. Guys, I love you to love me here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. All right, what else, Roger? Are you still there? I guess he's not there. All right. Well, I guess he's gone. He's gone. Okay. Goodbye. Open phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Want to read some of these comments. First, to acknowledge the tribal troll.
Acknowledge me.
I did that. I don't know what that is, Recon. Thank you very much. Christopher O'Reilly. Hello, sir. What's going on?
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Chris?
Thank you very much, Chris, for tuning in. We already went with the catch-up comments. Again, no catch-up on steak. Let me put that out there. Ralph, appreciate it. Shut up. Roger, no, it's not. So you're out of your mind, man. Come on. Come on. If I get them as a sponsor, do not talk anything. Don't even talk trash about Hungry Howie's. I'm sorry. Do not. And there is a reason why we don't talk trash about Hungry Howie's on this show, because it reminds me of my father. That's the first pizza my father bought me. And ever since then, it's the best pizza for me. That's all I have to say. There you go. Hungry Howie's. Maybe we'll get them as a sponsor off of that. Sierra Leone will be 1-9 in the Preakness.
Could be. That's the horse that I gave out, which was the 2 horse.
This is ridiculous. Bring back Franco. No.
Shut up.
Let's go out to Tom again. Harold, there's a really good team in Boys Town. Very good. Roger says Peter wants all the Italian beef with cheese and ketchup. Once again, erroneous information.
This guy sucks.
It's always erroneous when it doesn't fit his narrative.
False information, false news right there by Roger. Start calling you false Roger. Reinsdorf needs to sell the socks. Agree with that?
No.
Okay. All right. Jane says, Tom Banner, blasphemy. I think she's talking about the ketchup on steak. So we got everybody talking about that tonight. Gong, of course, and hi to Chuck. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Again, open phone lines if you want to call up and talk about it. The question for the night, if you're a Bucs fan, the schedule reveal will be on Thursday night. Once that is over, we will be live getting your reaction. Try to get TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network.
Are we going to be on Thursday?
Thursday night, we're on.
We're going to be on Thursday night for the gender reveal. I mean, the schedule reveal.
The schedule reveal. Yes, we are going to be live. That's what we do. That's what we do here on the Evolution. All right. Liam Coen was talking to the media today. He was talking about Baker Mayfield, and this is what he had to say. You can sense that for sure. There's not many days I don't think Baker wakes up and he doesn't have a chip on his left shoulder, but there's definitely a feeling that this is his team and it's okay to fail. It's okay. Go out there. Let it rip. Be yourself every single day, no matter what, because you're going to be the guy. We believe in you. That's something that ultimately he just hasn't really had the opportunity to have all that often in his career. Let the truth set you free.
You know what I'm hoping for? I'm really hoping for the first time in his career that he could put back-to-back seasons together. Stay healthy, stay upright, and actually have a decent season. Because let's be honest, they don't know what they're doing up in Atlanta. They really don't.
No.
I mean, it's just my honest opinion.
I
They
don't
didn't do
think
anything to it.
I don't think he's a stiff.
Oh, no. I think Penix has the tools to be one of the best quarterbacks in this draft.
Right.
And I think he's gonna. I think their intentions were to have Penix ride the pine for a year or two, just like Pat Mahomes did, just like Aaron Rodgers has, and multiple quarterbacks before in the past. But unfortunately, Atlanta, I got a funny feeling by week 6. Michael Penix is going to be your starting quarterback, and you're going to be vying for a top 10 pick in the National Football League again in the draft. Unfortunately, the teams to look out for this year in the South, nobody.
Yeah, I mean, I really
There's nobody other than Tampa in this division. I'm not kidding you.
Saints really
Because Carolina's not doing anything. What are they going to do? Win 3 ball games?
I mean, with the first-year coach, you would think, yeah.
The Bucks should get very easily
Mhm.
2, 4,
Mhm.
5 wins in their division.
You should, yeah.
They should.
I tend to agree with you on that. Let me finish this up, and then we'll get out to
And that's just giving a little bit of credit to
Mm-hmm.
who? New Orleans for a split.
Sure. Because New Orleans always gives the Bucks problems. The Saints always give the Bucks problems. I mean, they do. So going back to it, you definitely feel a quiet, calming confidence, but he's still the same guy. He's out there when we get on the grass, talking smack, getting after it. He's just having fun with the guys. I think that's what ultimately makes him a great leader. It's because he's best friends with the offensive line. I love that. I absolutely love that. And I think the Bucks
Get
offense,
that hat on straight, Bush.
I think, Bushman definitely going to be happy about the Rays winning tonight over the White Sox 8-2. And I want him to comment because we talk Bucks on this show with him about Baker Mayfield and his comments. But yeah, it's basically the same offense, a little bit different terminology. He just got his contract. There is a belief from that organization that he's the guy that he doesn't have to look over his shoulder at this point. And, with the Bucks drafting offensive line, this offense could actually be a lot better than what it was last year. In fact, they could have a fast start. I'll tell you what, let's go out to Mr. Evan L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast. Welcome to the evolution of sports talk television after a Rays victory over the Chicago White Sox.
Back to 500, baby.
Yes.
Tell them, Bush.
What's up, fellas? How's it going?
What's going on, buddy? Let me ask you really quick because we're going to talk Rays, but what do you think about Coen's comments about Baker Mayfield? I mean, for me, I think it's great. They got somebody that has worked with him before. On top of it, he hit the nail on the head there that he's never had that opportunity from the organization besides the Bucks that have confidence in him going forward. And maybe this is a year where, he had a good year last year. Maybe he has even a better year this year.
You're going to have to fill me in because I've been out of the country for about a week, so I don't know what he said.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, well, let me
Where
go
you
back.
been, Bush?
Let me go back to it.
I've been in Spain, man, for about a week.
That's what you get for, throwing somebody on the spot. He says you can sense that for sure. This is what Coen said. That's not many days. I don't think Baker wakes up and he doesn't have a chip on his left shoulder, but there's definitely a feeling that this is his team, and it's okay to fail. It's okay to go out there, let it rip, be yourself every single day, no matter what, because you're going to be the guy, and we believe in you. That's something that ultimately he just hasn't really had the opportunity to have all that often in his career. You definitely feel a quiet, calming confidence, but he's still the same guy. He's out there when we get on the grass, talking smack, getting after it, just having fun with the guys. I think that's what ultimately makes him a great leader. It's because he's best friends with the O-line. And of course, they drafted O-line in the draft. So your thoughts on those comments?
I think he hit it 100% nail on the head. I mean, when he was with Cleveland, it just seemed like, he was the number one pick, a lot of hype going into him coming into Cleveland, but like the personnel that he had to deal with, like switching hands year after year, to a quarterback, you have to like relearn his system over and over and over. And then there's so much hype with you being the number one guy coming into this team that's supposed to turn the franchise around. Him coming here, you can kind of say it's almost like, hey, there's so much weight that's not on my shoulders anymore. I can have fun with it and be the quarterback I was supposed to be coming out of college. And I think we've seen that, especially for last year. Now, obviously, his year wasn't spectacular to say the least, but it was good enough to get them to the playoffs and the win to the division. So, for the comments like, yeah, I don't think he has really been giving a chance to really prosper and to really be that guy until now. I mean, that Tampa's really kind of set him up for success, not only drafting offensive line, which, look, the Bucks hit their draft again out of the park yet again. I think setting him up for success is what the Bucks are here to do. Look, they signed him to a 3-year deal to keep him for here for another 3 years. So they want to have pieces in front of him to be able to make him stand upright instead of on his back like he was a lot in Cleveland. So,
boy, it sounds familiar.
Yeah. Well, it does sound familiar because the guy right there, the handicapper extraordinaire, was the man who said, you know what, the Bucks should draft interior line. And I said, they go with edge rusher, and I still feel like
the Greek even told him what player.
yeah, he did say that, and he's pretty good. That's the reason why.
Not bad, not
but-
bad for
But
Greek.
I think with this team coming into this season, coming off of like what they did, well, which a lot of people didn't expect them to do. I think it's not only having that chip on the shoulder, but it's like, hey, I still have more to prove as a quarterback in this league, and I can show that I can win at a high level if given the chance. And I think the Bucs have really given him that chance. And now they're going to even give him more tools in his tool belt to win even more. So I have high hopes for the Bucs coming into this season. I saw a couple of people like putting in 9 wins. I think they'll do 10 or 11. For this season.
And I definitely think they have the possibility of doing that, especially last year. If they could beat Houston, they most likely have that 10 wins. That's what I kind of predicted. They only ended up with 9. With that being said, the Rays are back to 500 here. All the changes they made. I mean, just talk about this Rays team through the series there with the Mets and now with the White Sox.
I mean, let's talk about how like the fancy the City Connect jerseys are. Look at these.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that. That looks great. Good stuff, my friend.
Is your chest that big that it just like separates?
No, I got like a kid small. That's why.
That's what it was.
And then go ahead, Bush.
Yeah, I think I just got hopped off my show to be on your show tonight, Pete, and
appreciate you.
We talked about
show.
we talked about this past weekend series against the Mets, where coming into the series, it was just bad baseball all around, and then my co-host Drew on the Rays Rewind podcast on the Sig Media Network came up with the standing ovation idea to get Randy Arozarena kind of out of the funk and out of the slump that he was been in. And I actually went to the game on Friday, and I think there was a lot of buzz around the stadium, not only with the standing ovation idea, but also like the City Connect jerseys that had just been released. And coming into the series was, look, we should. And I, from what I heard, there was a players only meeting on Friday, like saying, "Hey, we're better than this, and we need to play better." And now they have guys that are coming back, and guys are filling in the spots they really needed. I mean, Johnny DeLuca has been nothing but a breath of fresh air in that offense, and also in the outfield too. So, where this team is at, I wouldn't say they're turning the page just yet. They're kind of on that cusp of turning it around. I mean, getting back to 500 is great, especially in the AL East and competing with the Yankees and the Orioles, who are playing good baseball right now. But you take care of business against the White Sox, which they did tonight. You sweep them going into this series against the Yankees, and now you're going to be competitive against them now, which a lot of people,
you just cursed them, Bushman.
No, I didn't. Shut up.
Yes, you did. You're talking about sweeping them. They've only played one game.
Look, you're going to get
They're
revenge.
Supposed to sweep them.
Yes, they're supposed to sweep because we got swept before by the White Sox. So
I know that was hilarious.
You take care of business against the White Sox, which you were supposed to do the first time, and then you're riding that hotness that you have going into the Yankee series. And what's good about the Rays now is they're starting to play the baseball they should have been, because what I saw throughout the whole weekend series against the Mets was, there was a lot of strikeouts, but there was also patience at the plate. I mean, if you guys noticed the amount of walks that the Rays drew, especially on the Saturday night game where, they won that game with walks.
Yeah.
So the patience at the plate is getting better. The defense is getting better. The moves that they have made by, bringing up Alex Jackson as the backup catcher, sitting Renee Pinto down has I think worked so far. And then Johnny DeLuca's back in. He's up now. He's been great. And then you've got Josh Lowe who's back. So you've got more and more guys coming in. The reinforcements are back. It's going to make this team more rounded out and more, I think consistent too. And look, even the bullpen, which has been horrendous throughout the first month and a half of the season, they look great this past weekend against the Mets, and they really held that team together, especially on these Saturday and Sunday games where they were so close. It's like, okay, is Phil Madden going to blow this one in the ninth? I mean, what's going to happen? And they really impressed me with the type of baseball they played, and I think it might have to do with not only the City Connect jerseys, but a certain standing ovation idea that my co-host had to maybe bring this team together. I'm not going to toot our horns, loud enough, but
I got a question for you, Bushman, because you just talked about the elephant that was in the room. It wasn't horrible. It was the worst bullpen in baseball by far, and it wasn't even close. They gave up when they went into that series, they gave up 70 runs from the 7th inning to the 9th. I mean, that's just horrible.
What
was the single biggest? The question is this: has this bullpen turned the corner? And if they haven't, what do they need to do? Because
I
again, hills and valleys, hills
yeah,
and valleys.
peaks and valleys. I always say that too, Harry. And I think they're on their way to turning that page in that bullpen. Give me a couple more games where there are close games where we can kind of see that bullpen shine like we did on Saturday and Sunday. I want to see close games where they can save the games instead of like blowing a lead. I want to see that. I want to see what they can maybe repeat that they did on Saturday and Sunday is, hey, we can win close games by bringing in somebody in the 7th, 8th, and the 9th. We can rely on these guys now that come in.
We see you, Ray.
We can.
I go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll go
Oh,
ahead.
it's okay. We can bring in those guys to save the one or two run leads going into the 9th inning. So, have they turned the page just yet? I think it's on the way.
Do you think this team's winning the division now? Do they have the chances of winning the division?
I think they have a good chance now. I spoke to my co-host during our live show, and I asked him, I was like, "Are you off the panic button now?" And he's like, "I think I'm not hovering over it anymore. I think again, this is a start of better baseball hopefully to come. I know everybody on the Twitter sphere and Facebook saying the team is back. Let's wait. Let's wait maybe another week and see if this team's really back. I mean, we are playing the White Sox right now, for God's sakes.
There you go. You see, that is the correct optimism that you're supposed to have. You're not supposed to be too high. You're not supposed to be too low. I'll tell you what, Bushman, just because they're playing the White Sox, and if they win, that gives them the momentum. It's just like any sport. You got to have that mo. The mo's really, really crucial. But I will tell you this. I will be a believer, and without a 10-game win streak, I say no.
Okay.
But they have the potential on going 10 straight games. What do they win?
They do.
4 in a row?
They're 4 in a row. So, I mean,
so 2 more makes it 6.
Yep.
All you got now, if you take that momentum into New York, you sweep this team. Hey, buddy, you're on your way to a 10-game win streak, and now Tampa becomes relevant again.
I would even say this, Harry. Even if they win 2 out of the 3 against the Yankees, that's still a momentum.
No, they got to beat them.
2 out of 3. You win
got
the
to
series.
make a statement.
If you win, the statement to me would win the series against the Yankees, even if it's a sweep or if it's 2 out of the 3. If you win a series,
picking up 1 game.
Still a series series win. So if you win a series against the Yankees, to me, that's a good sign where, okay, now maybe they have turned the page and we're right where we're supposed to be, instead of like a month ago where they just looked horrendous. And now this is the team that everybody said, hey, coming into the season, they're going to be competitive. Even John Boy Media said they retract their statement a couple of weeks ago saying, hey, this team's going to be competitive and they're probably going to overtake the Yankees and probably win. So
just one last thing before I disappear. I want to say hello to Tampa Bay Ray. I want to make him full screen for a second.
Yeah.
Because I believe if you notice where it says open, he's at the massage parlor again.
The rub and tug. This is the famous Miami where the Robert Kraft.
Don't ever say that shit again there, Harry.
He's there. Evan, do you see it? Open.
The reason why I was dancing in the back room here is because they usually leave me in the back room like the uncle that took his evenings alprazolam. And I wanted to ask you, Evan.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, because going into the weekend with the Connect, when they first, the logo, the Skyway logo, the hat was fire, but people were like, oh, skaters and this and that, and the demographics to buy for a club because of the negativity. And then coming out of the season, it's like, yo, let's dig up Vince Namoli and let's bury him in this because it's hot. But I was only at the second game of the first series against the Toronto Blue Jays. Evan, in the stadium, because last season 13-0, I was at 6 of those home games. Is the electricity at that level yet, or is it still kind of a prove us thing against these White Sox? Because, like Harry said, it's only 1 game of 3.
There was definitely electricity on Friday night. The one game I went to, I was sitting in actually Randy Land too. So when he hit the home run, it kind of flew over my head. So. There's still an electricity still there. I mean, I think once the team starts to play better baseball, it's going to be look. The electricity will always still be there. When you're playing teams like the White Sox, I mean, obviously it's not going to be electric in there, but when
easy, Evan.
What?
Well, I'll give you an example.
Easy,
I went online and I'm like,
I'll see you at the game tomorrow.
I was like, tonight, I was like, what would it take to go to the White Sox game? I could literally sit in the White Sox dugout for one of the $10 ticket options. I'm kidding. But then I went, the Yankees are in town this weekend. What would that cost? And the Mullans have gone crazy already.
Yeah.
$62 if you can hang from the rafters. So
look, I think the electricity is going to be there this weekend, especially with the Yankees coming into town. And if the Rays stay hot and beat, the White Sox, take the series against the White Sox. I mean, even if they sweep them, if that as long as you take the series going into the Yankees, there's definitely going to look. The Yankees and the Rays always have a great rivalry against each other, so there's definitely going to be electricity this weekend in the Trop. Hopefully, I hope they rock the City Connects against the Yankees. I think that's going to be. Look, they weren't supposed to wear them tonight, and they came together and say, "Hey, we're going to keep wearing these until we say no." So if you wear these against the Yankees, I think it's going to be cool, and there's going to be electricity this weekend against the Yankees because it's an AL East opponent, and after you play the White Sox, the next 13 opponents are all AL East teams.
Hey,
So
Evan, I'm sorry, one last thing before they lock me out again. I wanted to say, yeah, the standing ovation was a big deal. And I'll tell you why, because I heard about it through Chris Mathis, and he was there, covering it for WDAE, and he was talking about the ovation. And it was like a test because it's like Randy, he's batting like, 0.13 now or 139, but no joke about that. But when in the upstart, when he was the guy carrying us out of the WCBC last season and the spark plug, and that was a big deal, brother. And that went into, I think, some of the chemistry with what they did against the Mets last weekend. And you're right, guys, carry that momentum with the White Sox into that Yankees series. Well, thanks for letting me come on, fellas. I'll go to the back room if I need to now.
No, you don't have to go to the back room because I'm getting ready to leave.
It's $10 all you can handle it, and one of those.
Oh my God! All right, Harry, go ahead and promote
$10, all you holla.
Go ahead and promote yourself.
Evan, Tampa Bay Ray, Peter Blake, thank you so much for having me on. Evan, seriously, it's always a pleasure to have you on here. I wish I could spend a little bit more time with you, but you know what? I got to get this beauty sleep. I gotta go lay on that little pad of cash.
Get on your Posturepedic bed, and you'll be all right.
It's a mattress.
My Posturepedic bed.
Posturepedic. There you go.
Okay. Oh my God, Evan! I swear to God, bro, if I see you at the game, I'm gonna baptize you in where the little Rays run around, whatever they call that thing.
The Rays tank.
Yeah, the Rays tank. You and I are gonna go swimming.
Hey man,
you're gonna go swimming with the fishes, all right?
Just don't get me banned from the Trop. That's all you need to do.
No, I would never get you banned. But seriously,
Evan, he will run. If you see Harry, you run.
Will get you banned probably. I don't know about Harry, but Ray.
Come on.
You could. You know what? You can catch me live right here Monday and Wednesdays. But this Thursday, we're going to have an NFL reveal for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers schedule. You can catch us here probably right around 8 or 9 o'clock on Thursday. Anyway, gentlemen, thank you so much for having me on. We'll talk to you soon. Evan, go Rays, Tampa Bay Ray. Please don't hang out with Deshaun too much. And Peter, no more ketchup on hot dogs. You brothers, have a great night.
All right.
I'm Harry the Greek, and don't forget, keep your bets low and your returns high. And if you heard what I liked in the Derby, I seriously hope you guys made a serious killing.
Nice. Good stuff, Harry the Greek. Appreciate you as always, professional handicapper extraordinaire of this show. We come back here with Tampa Bay Ray. It's an animal night. Harry had his cat. Of course, Tampa Bay Ray has Ruth the dog there. We got L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Let's talk about Jose Siri. I'll ask you this. What are you more surprised by? The failure of the bullpen or Jose Siri and lack of effort? Because, listen, I understand you can struggle at the plate. You're trying to hit the long ball, everything like that. But for me, the killer with, this team being based off of, pitching and defense and just, the errors and the mental mistakes here have cost this team. Is it time to maybe go in a different direction with Jose Siri, in your opinion, Al?
Yes, because right now with the way Johnny DeLuca is playing, and he can play pretty much anywhere in the outfield, and he's hitting so much better than Jose Siri. You're kind of and where they've got more guys coming up, he's one of those guys that's kind of expendable at this point. Because right now you can kind of consider him like the fifth outfielder right now, especially the way he's playing and the way he's not hitting at the plate. And you can DFA him, or you can try and trade him, but the value of him is really not that great right now. The only value you can kind of get out of him is his speed. But he's not getting on base, so you can't really value that speed right now. With him, I think the Rays will probably keep him around for a little bit longer until they decide we can't keep you anymore because there's no value with us anymore, because now we've got guys that are actually producing and playing a lot better than you in the outfield. And it's just one of those things. It's the business of baseball. And my co-host and I, Drew, were talking about, who's expendable right now. Even Harold Ramirez is probably an expendable guy where, you've got guys coming up that are going to take spots that there's going to be some odd men out. And Siri and Harold Ramirez are those two guys that are out of options. You can't send them down to Durham, so you have to either DFA him or trade him. Now, you'll probably get some value out of Harold Ramirez because he's actually playing pretty decent right now. But when it comes to the Siri situation, it's, there's must be something going on. He might be having the yips or whatever. He's got something going on mentally, but, it's always that next man up mentality, and the next man up is actually doing way better than you are. So it's part of the business. I'm not going to cry over it if it happens. It's going to be business as usual with the Rays, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see a DFA probably in the next couple of weeks or so.
Do you feel like he has any value with the low batting average and with those mistakes? Is there anybody out there that will give you anything, cash considerations, a prospect, or like you said, is it DFA for him?
You could maybe get some cash considerations because you could find a team that can maybe use a speedy outfielder. But looking back when he was hitting like the over 20 home runs, his average wasn't that great. I think it was in the low 200s, but you can really kind of forgive that because of the amount of home runs that he has. Now, going into this season, it's, you're batting low, you're having a lower average, you're not hitting any home runs, and you're having errors galore in the outfield. So I think you can maybe dangle that carrot and see if you can get anything. Maybe cash considerations. I don't know about a prospect, but I think more than likely he's going to be DFA'd pretty soon.
All right.
Let me go to the Durham dugout, and Josh Lowe coming back, and what it's going to mean to get that left bat back in his lineup as this momentum and as this starting to and everybody's still waiting for Randy to explode. It's going to happen, right? But do you think, as much as that is it staged, is it not? He leaves in the 15th, he grabs his bats, hugs the manager, the kind of relationship that this one of the best, if not the best farm systems in all of Major League Baseball. How is that going to help carry this momentum? And wasn't that just the perfect thing to see as everything else seems to be going good for this organization at the very moment?
Yeah, I saw that. There was a really touching baseball moment where he hugged his manager, Durham. And then, he did, I think Josh hasn't skipped a beat. He had 2 hits tonight against the White Sox. So, you've got your left-handed bat that the Rays have been really yearning for. They brought up Austin Shenton too, who had that big at bat over the weekend. So you have another left-handed bat. So you got to give him the reps. I mean, they brought him up for a reason, and I think he was supposed to bat cleanup or whatever, but you haven't given him enough reps to be that other left-handed bat. But now with Josh Lowe back, it's like you have that left-handed power that, you have Josh Lowe who could be on the cusp of being a superstar in this league, and it could happen. But it's weird how the stars align when it comes to the Rays, and I think the stars have aligned in the past week or so when it comes to players coming up in the right time and the City Connect and the standing ovation with Randy, which I think Randy, I think it's all in Randy's head, and I know Kevin Cash was talking about in the pressers where look, he's been grinding, he's been working, and it's just superstar players getting those ruts, man. It happens. It's part of baseball. So. And look, Yandy Diaz had a pretty good series against the Mets too. He had a few hits, so he's kind of starting to get out of his ruts too. And I think, Peter, we talked about this earlier in your show a couple months ago, where I would rather see the Rays catch fire later in the season than earlier in the season, like they did last year. Like starting out 13-0, yeah, that was great, but look how it ended. So if you have a team that's starting to catch fire where it needs to be, I'm all for it. I'd rather have them start to have the momentum and start to play better baseball when it counts, when we're going into the summer months where it's the dog days of summer. That's when the teams start to pull away from other teams in the division.
I hear Jeffrey Springs starting to get to assignment, and we knew the entire strength of the 24 season was going to be Springs and Rasmussen, and he was obviously, I think, as much as Zach Eflin was defined last year and coming here because he wanted to be with the family from Orlando, and he gets the deal. We get a good deal on him from the Phillies, and Jeffrey Springs was the other really great surprise. Is that really something that we can look forward to as Rasmussen, as we get in, not even at the dog days of summer, we're starting to kind of feel it around here in Florida, but as we're starting to move through here, and who's the next pitcher? Is it Taj Bradley, or what's going to happen with that rotation as that continues to get better? Sorry.
Yeah, so Taj Bradley was cited in the Rays dugout in Tropicana Field today, so he'll probably be added to the roster tomorrow. So there you have your 4th or 5th starter that you can plug in there. And then Jeffrey Springs is supposed to be back later this month. So now you have another pitcher coming into that rotation. I mean, you could even have you could probably have a six-man rotation if you wanted to. And then what's good about these guys coming back is Kevin Cash and co. They can be creative about who they have as their big innings eaters in the rotation and have maybe some guys in the bullpen. I mean, you can definitely get so creative with these guys that are coming in. Even Shane Baz is going to be back later on in the summer too. So you've got all these pieces that you can have a nice game of chess and not checkers with this rotation, especially in the bullpen now, where you can get creative with the arms. Now, I would hope that they don't want to rush back Bradley. And, when spring comes back, don't rush him too much. But obviously they're going to be plugged in right away into that rotation, which, look, this rotation is done pretty decent. With all the injuries that they have, I think what they have is, look, Savali's been pitching pretty good. Eflin's Pepio, besides
he looks like glass now, even, right? Which is like, you're like, oh, if the mullet's still here, this is fantastic. Sorry,
it's okay. But besides the comebacker that came at him yesterday,
oh my goodness,
the test comes back. They came back negative, which is a good sign too. So Pepio's been doing great. Savali's been doing great. Zach Luttrell has been doing phenomenal too. So they've got a rotation which I think everybody had a lot of question marks going into the season because of the injuries, but now the injury bug has started to go away because now you've got the guys that have been injured coming back. You've got Bradley coming back, and then you've got Spring. So now this rotation is getting beefed up. And like I said before, the stars are starting to align with the players that are coming back and the players that are starting to play better too as well. So, we like to criticize our teams on the Twitterverse and Facebook, but we all like to play that general manager on social media. But look, these guys know a lot of things that we don't. And I tweeted out something earlier today that I think the Rays knew something about trades yet again because of the way Johnny DeLuca's been playing. And, when the Rays pulled the trigger on that Glasnow trade, sending him and getting Pepio and DeLuca, it's like they knew something about these two guys that are something special. And then so far they've been impressing me. So we'll see.
It really is the Rays way. And you go back to it. I mean, with the pitchers they're getting at the right time because you're getting them in the late months. And like you said, you had started out fast and then you ended. Now you got that momentum. Now you're getting pitching. It's the perfect time. We're on with L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. Let's talk about Kevin Cash, and then Ray will get back to your question in a moment.
It's Kevin Cash.
Well,
I wanted to ask.
Yeah, his legacy, surpassing Joe Madden.
Yes.
Bush, what did you think about that whole situation? And, I know a lot of fans, they didn't like necessarily Joe Madden, but I think they favored Joe Madden over Kevin Cash. And now Cash has surpassed him. So
I love Joe Madden. We loved him, Joe Madden, didn't we?
This has been like a topic of debate ever since he's become manager. When he first got hired, I was like, Kevin Cash, who?
Right.
But I think Kevin's really kind of cemented his legacy so far. But to me, it's like you got to win one, man.
Yeah,
you can have all the wins in the world, but like you got to win one. And look, Madden won his when he was, he went to the Cubs and won his world championship. So he has a legacy there, but obviously his legacy, he has one with the Rays, but with Kevin Cash, it's, you got to win one, baby. Like wins are wins, but winning a championship is more valuable to me than like a bunch of, wins during the regular season.
I agree. I completely agree with that. And I think, that's definitely the problem at the end of the day. And that's what will overshadow his managing, career. If he doesn't win a championship, you're good during the regular season. But when you get to postseason, this team.
And look, if he doesn't win one, he's always going to be that manager that pulled Blake Snell too early in the World Series against the Dodgers.
Come on, Fran. No, but we're gonna have 25 wild card banners hanging in the outfield in a new stadium in 3 years. So these could be worse.
You better stop trying to put that juju on the Tampa Bay Rays.
I'll take the wild card if it takes us to the series. I'll take the wild card if it takes us to the series.
You get to a certain point where you have to not only win in the division, but you have to show up in the postseason. And I definitely think he's a manager. He can only do so much. He can't go out there and swing the bat. He can't field the ball. He can't, make errors like, Jose Siri is doing right now. Routine. You can't do that. You can only do so much, but it definitely falls on him. And you go back to that decision of pulling Blake Snell out. I don't necessarily think that was just his decision. I think it was an organizational decision that came from up top with analytics. I think they pay way too much attention to that kind of stuff. But then again,
I think in the end, though, I think with his legacy as the Rays manager, and obviously they did extend him a couple more years. It's just like, look, we're one of the last teams not to win one. We just want one, baby. We
That's
just
it.
want one. That's
Yeah.
so.
That's it.
You
That's
know,
it. Yeah.
that's all we want. We just want one, baby. You can win. Listen, you can win 50 games and win a championship and then get fired the next year or so. As long as you won one, that's all that matters to me, man.
All right, Al, go ahead and promote yourself here on.
Wait, I wanted to ask L one last question. Did you know?
All right,
the-
Ray. Go ahead.
Well, the
It's up,
history. So right now I'm reading the David Coen book. It's called Full Count. Right, great book. I'm going back and I didn't realize the guy was pitching in the '80s, but he talks about Giardi as his catcher with the Yankees and how Giardi was not so much a great or Giardi.
No, it's
Joe
Girardi.
Yes.
Oh, he's Italian. So, but what my point is that Kevin Cash, when he's with the Red Sox, did you guys ever hear the story about the Breakfast Club, the Breakfast Baseball Club there, and when he was in the Battery there in Boston?
No, I never heard that story.
Great story. Peter Gammons told a story. So every time that there was a game there, and Peter Gammons was working not exclusively, but covering with the Boston Globe. But every time they did cover a home game there in Boston, it was Kevin Cash and him and a couple other players. I'm sorry, I don't remember all the names. They'd all meet 3 hours before the game at home plate, and they would just talk baseball, just with the love of the game. Just
They wouldn't have beer and fried chicken like they did a few years, maybe a decade later in the
No, they were popping Reds and doing like this in the 70s.
So no fried chicken and beer like when Terry Francona was there. I got you.
All right.
No, I'm sorry, brother. Thank you for letting me talk to you tonight, Evan. Not leaving
Yeah,
you
you're
in the
good.
back room, Peter.
You're good, man.
Al, go ahead and promote yourself here on the Evolution.
Yeah, make sure to follow us. Rays. Whoa, geez, Peter.
I don't know what happened there. There you go. Go ahead.
Make sure to follow me on Twitter at the Bushman, and also check us out on YouTube and on Twitter at the Sick Podcast Rays Rewind. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell when new episodes drop.
There you go, Al Bushman. Thanks a lot for your time here on the Sports Web. All right, boss.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
All
Brother,
right,
Peter,
yes. Yes.
They talked about again the standing O for Randy, and it really was. It was one of those things where
it's important. It's a fan support, and I get it.
Yes.
It's tough to support this team sometimes because they are so up and down, but he is a superstar, and you're going to need a Rose Arena for this lineup to really be productive. You're going to need a Yandy Diaz to be productive if you want to go anywhere. And make no mistake about it. Josh Lowe coming back tonight and getting a hit in the first inning. There's a reason why a lot of Rays fans are excited. There's a reason why this Rays organization in general is excited about Josh Lowe returning, because he could be a superstar here. Eventually, this could be a breakout.
He had a breakout year last year, and he could continue that with 30 home runs and the way he played last season. But is Jose Siri one of those? Because Jose was a big part of last season, but now at the end of the day, you're like, if this is going to be happening and this is what we're talking about, is he?
It's effort for me. I mean, it's not even at the plate because, again, we know how the Rays don't necessarily value batting average, but when you're striking out with runners in scoring position, and we talked about it, use your speed. That's why you get so excited about Josh Lowe, because not only can he swing a stick and swing for power, but when he gets on base, he's got deceptive speed. And you can use that to your advantage. And that's what the Rays should be doing. And that's what Siri should be doing. That's why you get so excited. But when he's not getting on base, when he's striking out, and then he's committing errors where your team
you keep saying errors.
Errors.
No, I love the way, Peter, you've always done it. I've known you for 100 years now. We've been doing this for almost a decade, but yeah, you say errors like the Eras tour. But
I hate you. All right, he's committing errors and he's committing mental mistakes like that, and that's costing your team. And when your team, it's all based off of pitching and defense, and you're not able to play defense, then what are you? How much value do you have to the team when you have a kid like DeLuca that's come in and it's getting in those clutch situations? He's getting those big RBIs when he's playing good defense, and now you got Josh Lowe back.
DeLuca's almost like takes me back to the Giants and the backup, the 17th string quarterback in the Italian family, like Sammy DeLuca. But the success, but that's the spark that this team needs. And this team, the Rays are a team because they sell everyone on, look, everyone's going to get a shot. We're going to have this. We're not going to have the $100 million pitcher. We don't have a $500 million salary. Everyone's going to get a chance to put on a uniform and go out there 5 days a week and 9 games and 9 days and 10 days on a big homestand. Support our Rays as we go through this, guys and girls. Enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you're asking of them. And so you get the momentum and a DeLuca and bringing a Lowe back. And I think Siri still comes around. I see the way he jumps up on the Rosarina home run on the dugout. So the kid's heart is still there. But yeah, you need to see that hustle. You need to see that, doing your best.
Well, and he's benched tonight, and there's a reason for that because
Yeah.
there's better players out there, and he was, he's put on the bench when he didn't, have the effort. I mean, that's the thing. I know what he can do. We know what he can do. As Rays fans watching this team last year, he just has to go out there and do it. And if he's not interested in playing 100% baseball, then move on to somebody else. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Want to go out to Tom says, get the legend Mike North back on. Stone Cold Legend. Absolutely love to have Mike North on sometime. Why has it got to be his left shoulder? Have no idea, Tim. You have to ask the offensive coordinator with those comments. We'll get back to those in a moment. We'll talk more Bucks here if you guys want to talk. The question of the night is, of course, what are you looking forward to? Of course, the schedule reveal on Thursday night. What match?
Is that official? Did you get an official announcement on that? Because
we're going to be live for the official announcement. I was May 9th. That's Thursday. So
I mean, what I had thought it was going to be Thursday, and I'm like, it makes sense that it's Thursday. And then they started talking about that next week is the reveals for the different channels. And, they go to Hollywood and they sell all they got coming up, and it would make more sense for the NFL because they allow those networks to kind of, do a game or two to tease and then to release that schedule on Thursday. So I'm not saying it's not this Thursday. I'm just saying you may want to confirm that because I think there's a chance if the NFL, if Park Avenue is doing their job, which they usually are doing, maybe it's next week. We'll see.
Yeah, that's what I saw. So I'm going ahead and checking it right now as we speak.
Hey, I'm there, bro. I mean, that's what we do.
That's what we do here. Let's see. May 9th. It is on Google there, Thursday, May 9th. And that came out about 4 days ago. So there you go.
I read this on PFT today. I mean, it's like, how much trust do you put with PFT and that rat?
Well, they do a pretty good job. I mean,
it's a source.
There are times where they kind of upset me, but yeah, we try to be as accurate as possible. We shut up and be quiet.
This guy sucks.
I heard what you just said. The Rays have the best City Connect uniforms in the league. Facts. Agree with that. Yeah. Cam Decker, big time Rays fan. Evan looks like a young Don Shipley. Who is that? Do we know who that is?
Don Shipley. We're talking about Evan Longoria.
Guys, please stop with the nonsense tonight. Evan equals Don Shipley Jr. All right, great. Roger, good night, Pete and Webheads. Well, you're going to sleep. What is it, past your bedtime? Roger, what's going on?
Acknowledge me.
Does Roger drive the carpool, or does he just ride in a car with you?
He drives it. Yeah, he drives the carpool.
Well, then he needs to sleep, Roger. You go to sleep.
Well, you need to shut up. All right, so let's go out to Christopher Cole. Hey, guys, what's going on? Christopher, how you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Again, in case you missed it, not only, of course, are we on tonight, but Wednesday night and Thursday night for the schedule release. My question for Bucks fans out there, what matchup are you looking forward to seeing this year? Of course, you've got the Falcons, the Panthers, the Saints. They're playing them twice a year. But in this home schedule, you've got the Broncos, you've got the Ravens, you've got the Raiders, you've got the Eagles, the 49ers, and the Commanders at home. And then on the road, you've got the Cowboys, the Lions with the rematch. You're coughing, so I guess maybe that is your match.
This is a murderer's row schedule. It's like,
everybody says that every year.
No, this year it is. This year it is.
Just like last year, like 2 years ago. Oh my God, what shall we do? It's a tough schedule every year. You know why? Because it's the National Football League, which means for long. And then on top of it,
the division is better. That's the storyline.
I don't know about that.
Well, no. Hey, time out. So that's what I posed when I was talking about. I did the prediction. I don't know if you did, but I went to Buccaneers.com and I predicted the schedule, and I did the heavy divisional games at the end of the year, which they always do. And I had trouble figuring out which, the Saints or Raheem Morris and a Falcons and Bijan Robinson, or maybe they find something with the 103-year-old Kirk Cousins or Canales and, like a Shakespearean, the son leaves the nest and now it's revenge of the whatever, or just the fact that, the Saints and Dennis Allen. So it's not, I don't expect they're going to get, in fact, none of our nationally televised games will be a divisional game. I don't see that happening unless it's like a throwaway Thursday late in the season. It's like Amazon Prime, Black Friday, and nothing else going on. But I want to see how the NFL and the schedule makers are going to treat this division, because I'm not saying it. I think we recover a lot better and a lot sooner than the NFC least did. And they still really haven't recovered. This year they are going to, which is going to make the NFC even tighter.
Well, it is, and I tell you right now, will the Bucks get more respect? It doesn't seem like they're getting respect from Las Vegas, and I like it that way. I got to tell you, even though they re-signed their own players, oh, that's not a big deal. They got Jordan Whitehead, oh, that's not a big deal. They got Graham Barn, all those picks, not a big deal. The other teams out there, and I get it, everybody's darling right now is going to be the Lions, who beat the Bucks and had an opportunity to beat the 49ers. If they don't go for it on fourth down and try to kick field goals instead of going for it, maybe they are in the Super Bowl. They're everybody's darling this year. I get it. The Falcons could be everybody's darling because of Kirk Cousins. But, the Bucks are right there. I think they could definitely win that division again and win at least 10 to 11 games. Lee Jones, two giant goofballs right there. Did Peter say speed gets him excited? That's kind of the point. I don't know what you're talking about. I heard the Rays mascot makes below minimum wage. Laugh out loud. His bonus is paid in corn dogs. You say corn dogs? Corn dogs.
Is there ketchup on those corn dogs?
I don't know. I don't even want to get into that because we talk so much.
I don't either. I don't talk about your hot dogs.
And freaking ketchup and ketchup this and ketchup that. And so much. The word of the night, erroneous Leo word, information about what I eat on my food. If anybody cares, I do not eat ketchup on a Chicago hot dog. Why? Because I never had a Chicago hot dog. Furthermore, I don't eat ketchup on steak. I eat A1. And as I was discussing in the first of the segment,
wait, you said you don't eat ketchup on steak? Like that's like
I don't eat ketchup. I do not eat ketchup.
Who eats ketchup on steak? I know there's like some people.
Tom Banner threw it out there. He threw some stupid rumor out there, and everybody's losing their minds, just like they're losing their minds about the damn schedule this year. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? The schedule is so tough. It's murderer's row. The Bucks are gonna win 3 games. Calm down. Just relax.
Oh, I didn't say the Bucks are 13-4. I mean, there's no problem. I think this
place protected 1 year they go undefeated like the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Get the hell out of here.
In 2020, in the middle of a world pandemic, you predicted Super Bowl or bust. So don't give me that. Oh, wait a minute. You were pretty good on that one.
Yeah, I was. Thank you.
Hey, I want to say this, though, is that my thing is for the biggest schedule, the mystery for me, because my battery's getting low, brother. I'm so sorry I always do this to you, but I want you to read comments. So I want to finish with this.
And you plug in your laptop. Can we get you a laptop? Can we get you a generator out there?
I want to hear the comments.
Why are you going to be on the street all the time? Like you're always listen. You're always on the street.
I am.
Doing this.
I am.
But why don't you just stay home for one night? Stay home.
They don't love me, Peter. Not like you do.
Shut up.
No, but
This guy sucks.
Listen, we're gonna have 4 nationally televised. Now I don't know that fourth one pushing. Maybe it's a game of the week, like out in Frisco or something crazy because it's playing that way or the scheduled player. But I see 2 Monday night games because we play Philadelphia, we play the Ravens, we play a murderer's row of schedule. It's still going to be to our advantage because we have a great team. I see 2 Monday nighters, a Thursday nighter, and then a Sunday nighter. And wouldn't it be great if the Buccaneers finally, even though let's get revenge, give us the game in Thanksgiving in Detroit and let us go kick those Lions' asses. And I will cut this out of your show, brother, and send it to my boyfriend, and he'll appreciate it because he was on my show, Cup of Ray, and they were in Detroit for the game where the Bucs actually lost in the divisional round. But yeah, I mean I think two Mondays, a Thursday and a Sunday. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, I think it's certainly possible. I'm just kind of wondering, is it a Monday night? Is it a Sunday night? You're exactly right. Is it Thursday night? We just never know. Let's go out to Jeremy here. Jeremy Lowe, what's up, Peter? What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Yeah.
Let's go out to Jeremy again. 49ers, Ravens, Eagles at home, Lions and Chiefs on the road. 2 primetime games out of 5 teams. You got to think it's Kansas City. That's got to be a primetime matchup, right? Because everybody says Kansas City's a dynasty. Yeah, and they may be. But they didn't beat the Bucs 31-9. In fact, the only touchdown they had was at Tampa International Airport.
Wait a minute, though. But you don't think the schedule makers are going? They're going. Did you see the ass kicking the Bucs put on the Eagles in the playoffs? And the Eagles playoffs. I'm out here yelling. I'm gonna get arrested. There's 2 cops on the corner. But yeah, so that.
For yelling and causing a scene? No, not you, Tampa Bay Ray. That's what you're known for.
You told Evan I'd get him kicked out of a Rays game. So
yeah, you would get kicked out of a Rays game. But
they don't like me there anymore.
Oh, shut up. Be quiet. All right, let's see here. Bucky Brooks will be fun to watch. Well, he is fun to watch on NFL Network. I know what you meant here. Bucky Irving. What did you think about that pick? Because our good friend of the show, Mr. TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network, says 25 years later, it's a Warwick Dunn clone. What do you say?
When you get the linebacker as an undrafted free agent who signs today, and you're not making comparisons to Derek Brooks, but you're like, hey, FSU linebacker, and they had a great team, and that was a good program, kind of like your USF Bulls, and we'll talk about that another time soon. But I like it. I look at the running back, and you get these running backs. You get a Rashad White. You get the Buccaneers get these running backs to the second level with a Graham Barton pulling out, or guards, or Hainsey, or what's going on, or where Barton's playing. But this offensive line, these are shifty, small, great receivers, and also they're good at picking up blocks. They know pro style offenses. I love that pick. I thought it was a steal in that pick.
I love it too. I love the 2 third-round guys too. I love McMillan, the wide receiver there, and Tyke Smith, who Russ Lawson, one of our webheads out there, pointed out before the draft, which I got to kind of edit, but he picked him out. Georgia safety, which of course, Todd Bowles, his son, plays at Georgia, so maybe they have a little bit of intel there. I know. I got you, Jeremy. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Chicago dogs are the best. Have never had one, so we'll see. Try an Italian dog, potatoes, onions, grill with them all. See, I'm not into all that. Like, I just want to eat my friggin' hot dog. Like, I don't.
It sounds like he's making a. It sounds like it turned into a Tinder post. What are you reading over here?
I don't know what he's reading. Ray just uses this excuse to drink. First step is admitting your problem, my friend.
It's a problem with who?
Well, I don't know. Fred, probably the people outside there watching you. 20-0 every year. I like it. Let's go out to Jeremy here. Bucks 11-6. Bucks record prediction. So very good. We got you down. And, of course, Blackie there. Lawless.
Blackie. Haven't seen Blackie in a minute.
Blake, love it.
That's Peter. That's one of the best things about this, and that makes my time. Is I'm like, I'll get off of UPS. It's crazy. I rip downtown because the Rays, played, and it's crazy down. I'm up down to world famous Ferg Sports Bar and Grill. But you see a friend, you see a Blackie, or you see a Chris. Of course, Christopher's always popping in there, and we depend on Christopher Cole. He's like literally my fashionista. He gives me fashion suggestions. But you see a friend, and that's what the best part about this is, because we're talking about stuff, and we think people would want to watch this, and it's it's talking about the Bucks and Tampa Bay, but yet at the end of the day, this interaction is back and forth is the best part of this entire thing. So yeah, really Blackie, it's good to see you, bro.
Yeah, definitely good to see you. Got to get out of here. Are you ready to hang out? Because I got another guest here, and if you take a look here really quick, I'm going to take off my headphones.
I see it, brother.
Look at this. Look at like styling and profiling and it's Up the Block Barbershop, and I got to promote this guy, and I told him a million times I want to get him on here, so I'm going to go out to him. Let me go out to Rick the barber. Rick, it's a little bit dark there, man. You got some light? Because I want them to see you. We got Up the Block Barbershop. If you want to go and get your hair cut, if you want to style and profile, if you will, if you want to be on the evolution of sports talk television, you got to look right, and I think Ray is gone, so we'll go to the 2-shot here. Welcome, my friend, to the evolution of sports talk television. And once again, thanks a lot for doing such a great job on my hair, because this is important. Everybody's laughing out there. I'm the Rolex supporter, but I gotta look good, man. I gotta trim up my beard. I gotta straighten it out here, get my eyebrows done, get the part in there. Go ahead and tell everybody about your great barbershop here on the evolution of sports talk television, my friend.
Hey, how's it going? So yeah,
I'm doing good.
I work at Up the Block Barbershop. I love it. It's a great place. It's up the block for a lot of people with like the community barbershop in the neighborhood.
Well, that's it. You're exactly right. And it's very affordable. He does a great job. He takes his time with it. He does it. And listen, I never come on here. And again, I'm just going to go to it. I'm going to take off the headphones. Look at this, man. This looks good. This looks good right there. You can see it. It's a good-looking haircut. They do a great job there. Lots of great barbers. How long have you guys been in business?
That barbershop has actually been there and a staple in the community for like the last 15 years. So I hear.
How about you?
How
long?
There 2 years.
2 years. Okay. It's how long you've been a barber for? Have you been a barber for longer than 2 years? Because to me, you do great work. You really do.
I've been a barber for the last 10 years, actually. At Up the Block, we got a lot of experienced barbers.
Go ahead and talk about those guys a little bit by name. I want to shout them out because I want to give them some love.
Okay, so we got Ray. Ray is a good barber. He's probably been cutting for about 5-7 years. Got Noah, great barber. He's new, but he does a great job. I always recommend him. Braxton, he's a great barber. You remember Braxton?
Yep.
She's a lot of people's barber.
Well, it seems like we're having some Wi-Fi problems here. So, sometimes that happens. There we go. I think we got you back. Go ahead and continue, my friend.
Okay, not to leave anybody out, we also got a good guy by the name of PJ.
Okay.
He's pretty great. Oh, and that's just one location. There's also another location on alternate 19. Good barbers in there as well.
Okay. All right. And again, you guys are in Holiday. I live in Holiday, so it's right down the street. Again, it's up the block barbershop. Got to ask you really quick before we get out of here because we're having some internet problems, but we'll have to get you on the Evolution. Maybe come out to the barbershop sometime. Have you give me a haircut on camera. We'll see how that works. You know me. I'm all about thinking outside of the box.
That would be cool.
Yeah, absolutely. What sports do you like? Are you a Bucks fan? Are you a Rays fan? Are you a basketball
give you
fan?
a cut on camera.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll definitely do that.
I'm
What sports do
definitely
you
a
like?
Bucks fan. If you could check
Okay.
out the gear,
Okay.
Bucks fan.
Okay. All right. I like it, my friend.
Florida team, period.
Florida team, period. Okay. Well, this is the place for you, my friend. Definitely. How long you been a Bucks fan for?
Since I can remember, since growing up, I can remember. I definitely remember watching the Bucks win that Super Bowl. So I was a Bucks fan the last time we won. Not the last one, but when Derrick Brooks and Ward Dunn were playing.
All right. So what's the number they can get in touch with you? I got the address up there right now. Up the block barbershop, 4946
If
Moog
you're looking
Road.
for a good barber, you can
Yeah.
reach me at 727-459-2445.
Okay. All right. Good stuff, Rick. Thanks a lot for coming on the Evolution. The Wi-Fi is a little bit rough. We'll have to get you on again. Maybe we'll get you on phone next time. But once again, I really appreciate the quality work that you did there at Up the Block Barbershop, my friend. All right. Yes, sir.
Right.
Definitely. Don't be a stranger. Call in anytime you want to. All right.
Yes.
All right. You got to love technology. All right. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Again, Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. And tell them the Sports Web and, of course, the Rolex reporter, Peter Blake, sent you. There you go. You got a style and profile. All right. Let's go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the Evolution.
Peter, Jeremy, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, Jeremy. How you doing, bud?
Good. Got off work about an hour ago. So, I got turned on to the Evolution, the Sports Web.
Yes, sir. All right. Good stuff. How was your day at work? Did you have a good day at work? Did you kill it today?
As always, man, pulling miracles, man. That's the hospital life, brother. But at the end, like I said, it's a day at work and got another day tomorrow. But I gotta show support, bro. You show good stuff, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely appreciate it, man. We got to definitely show you some support and get you more on the Evolution. I know you do a podcast out there. Go ahead and tell the webheads about it.
Absolutely, yes. I co-host from the Bucketeers, run by 6 other great people. And we actually going to be doing a show tomorrow night at 6:30 Eastern.
Okay.
So for that, if y'all are interested.
All right. Well, I definitely have to come on. I may be going to a Rays game tomorrow night with Harry the Greek. Of course, he's a big-time White Sox fan. Haven't been to a Rays game all year long. Our buddy there, Alex, hooking us up with possibly some free tickets. You got to love that. You know what's better than free tickets? Nothing. Nothing's better than free tickets. Maybe free food, and we'll see if we can work on that. Maybe Harry will buy me a hot dog. I'm definitely not going to have ketchup on it because I don't want to hear any more of that nonsense. All right. So what's on your mind tonight here on the Sports Web?
Nah, man. I mean, here talking about the Rays, they definitely kind of turned around with the new unis. I like the uniforms they presented, and they're looking a lot better. Randy Rosarina's coming on, and plus Josh Lowe coming back. I mean, the bat's starting to come back alive again, which is what they need right now. And then plus we got, I think, Taj Bradley coming back, I think sometime this week or next week. So the team's getting healthier each time. Hopefully the pitcher that got injured yesterday, I keep forgetting his name,
Pepio, Ryan Pepio. Yes.
Ryan Pepio.
Yes. Yes. He looks like a clone of Tyler Glass now. I thought I was looking at Tyler Glass now. It's crazy, right?
I swear, every pitch I'm like, bro, that's Tyler Glass now 2.0.
Right.
Huh? Pitching just like him. I mean, I just hope he's okay. Hopefully it's just like a precaution when they pulled him. I think he's pitching pretty well, And then even DeLuca, I can never pronounce his name.
DeLuca, you got it right the first time. Don't doubt yourself. Yes.
He's coming on. He's actually looking like, a stud out there. Jose Siri, I'm over the guy.
Are you ready to move on? Are you ready to move on from Siri? Because I know there's a lot of fans out there in social media ready to move on. I don't necessarily know if the Rays are ready to move on, but I would say this: if he continues to struggle at the plate, and then on top of it, commit those, mental mistakes when it comes to catching routine fly balls and costing his team, I definitely think there has to be a conversation, especially with DeLuca's play here coming in. It's early yet, so you don't know, but he's definitely helped this lineup out. And then also, again, Josh Lowe, getting him back in that lineup. You could play him at center field or right field, wherever you want to play him.
I'm at the point, Peter. I mean, he just looks like he's very lost out there. I'm not trying to pick on the guy. He showed some flashes last, year and a half he's been here. But then, lately he's dropping back-to-back, games on easy, catches. I mean, how you not pull that in? And I don't want to hear the whole Ruth thing, because it looked like he was centering it perfectly where he needed to be, and he just didn't pull it in. And what's really frustrating is when he did the first time, which I believe was Saturday, and he got frustrated and pitched a fit. I'm like, bro, play the damn game. Go get the ball.
Yeah.
Like, where's your head at? Like, come on, man. Like, you're letting the team down, getting frustrated, and we don't need that in the locker room, my man. We need you to, to get your crap together, man. If not, then, we're going to do what, the Rays always do, trade away a play and go get another arm to help out the bullpen. That's where I think our weak point is right now, is the bullpen.
Well, the bullpen has definitely come up big here in the last series versus the Mets. You need them tonight, so they continue that. Who knows? But I think it also hurts that you lose, Colin Poche, and you're losing, of course, Fairbanks. That doesn't necessarily help that situation. But once again, I would say, Rays fans, calm down. Let's see what this team can do. Let's get to the All-Star break. Let's see where they're at. And then wherever they're at, they're going to get some momentum, especially if they get back some of these starting pitchers that are going to help that rotation going forward. Let me ask you this. What are you looking forward to most with this Bucks schedule reveal? What matchup? Is it the Ravens at home? Is it the Raiders, the Broncos, the Eagles, the 49ers, the Commanders? Or you go away here, you got the Cowboys, the Lions, the Chiefs, and Chargers and Giants. Oh, my.
I mean, it's a fun schedule. It's fun to me, because we were underrated and we're underrated again. And there's going to be so many good games at Ray J. For the first time, we're actually going to have a lot of home games.
Yeah.
If you turn back the page, the last few years, we haven't had that many home games. I mean, if you look at 19, we had to losing a home game to go to international. They went to London to go play the Panthers. Then 2020, COVID happened. They didn't really get anybody in the seats. And then 21, they had to go on the road more than the home. And then 22, we got robbed the Germany game. We got robbed of that. But anyway, back to what I was saying, I'm looking more forward to the home games, like the Niners, Ravens, Eagles coming to town. Hopefully we'll have more Bucks fans in the stadium than the other opponent fans. It all depends how the schedule plays out. But I'm predicting at least one primetime game out of those three teams, and then one primetime game on the road against Detroit and Kansas City. And, of course, Kansas City, they're Super Bowl champs. I think they got a lot better with adding Worthy in that lineup, who I think is going to thrive in that offense. So I'm thinking we're going to get a primetime game with Kansas City on the road, and then we'll get one at home against the Niners. I think that would be the 2 primetime games. I hope we get more, but you know how the NFL doesn't love us, Peter. You know they don't love us.
Nope, they sure don't. You're exactly right about that. They definitely don't love us, and we'll see because it may play into the Bucs' favor, especially with national media. Once again, it seems like Vegas is ruling out this team, not high on them, more high on the Atlanta Falcons. Again, this team loves to play the role of the underdog, and we know the quarterback, who is a direct reflection of that locker room, loves to be the underdog, loves the chip on his shoulder, even though it seems like, from Liam Coen's comments, that he's going to be more comfortable in this offense with, hit the ground running. And I think this offense could actually be better than it was last year because it won't take so much time. He's not a new play caller. Coen's been there. He's called for the Rams. He's called for Kentucky. So it won't be a Canales situation. Love Canales, but it took some time. I don't necessarily think it's going to take that much time with this offense. What else, Jeremy?
Well, back to what you were saying about Liam Coen. He does have experience, and you got to look at what he has now compared to what Canales had last year. For example, in the O-line, you upgrade to Grant Barton, who's going to play center, I believe, and he's going to be a big help, protecting Baker and open up holes for Rashad White and Bucky Irving. Sorry to butcher his name earlier.
That's okay.
But long story short, I think he's going to be a difference maker. And then Bucky Irving, I think, is going to be a difference maker, making plays, catching the ball, protecting Baker. And then plus Godwin back in the slot. That's my biggest interest in this offense.
Right there. That to me is the biggest key. And that was the reason why I think somewhat this offense struggled. And you could see the passing game pick up when they put Godwin back in the slot because that's his natural position. And the talk was the reason why you did that, the Bucs did that, is because they want to save him from injury. But at the end of the day, Godwin belongs in the slot. He doesn't necessarily belong on the outside. That's where he's going to thrive. I'm excited about that. And if you look at what Cooper Kupp did in this offense, you got to definitely be excited. Anything else here, Jeremy?
And plus, I'm excited for the defense and the depth we have. I think this is probably the best depth we have had in a long time of defensive backs, edge rushers, safeties. If you look at it, I mean, we added Thomas from Houston. We added Bryce Hall from the Jets. So that's depth right there at corner. And then you brought in Tyke Smith, drafted him, who I think is going to be our starting nickel.
Yeah.
So you know what that means. You move Izzy into safety to where Bowles is so creative, moving these guys around and using them in different ways. I'm looking forward to seeing how the pass rush is going to look. I think Braswell's going to start off kind of small, like in the rotation. They'll probably go with Gregory to start the season. And then he'll be like, working his way into the starting role. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. So then you have Braswell and Yaya being the double duo in the pass rush with the Randall Gregory as a good rotational guy who – I'm looking forward to seeing. I think we're actually going to get pressure on the quarterback. But the biggest question mark I have is Logan Hall. Can he be the guy to be in the third year, step it up, and help get this pressure on the quarterback and shut down the run? That's my biggest question mark is, with Logan Hall. My bad. I looked at Joe Trashianka, who I think is a good run stuffer.
I think both of those players, right, are going to be under the gun, especially JTS, because you did draft Braswell in the second round, and most likely that guy's going to definitely, steal some reps from him, especially if he's not able to finish. If he's not able to improve and progressively get better from last year, then you could definitely see him out, and his fifth-year option is not being picked up. And you're exactly right. Logan Hall, we haven't seen anything out of him. So you would like to see a little bit more progression and for him to be a little bit more consistent. Jeremy, thanks a lot for the call, my friend. I appreciate you. Use that second call. Once again, we'll be live on Wednesday and live on Thursday night for the schedule release. So definitely tune in, and we'll definitely get you on video if you want to come on, all right?
Sounds good, Peter. Thank you again, man. God bless, bro.
Yeah, God bless you, bro. Appreciate you. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out to Instagram Live. Tiff Lit, a hip-hop artist, says, hi, Peter. What's going on? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Appreciate you. Let's Let's go out to the tribal troll.
Acknowledge me.
Using his second call. What's going on, boss? How you doing tonight?
Damn, this is harder than trying to get onto your radio show.
Well, it's a lot of people want to talk about the Bucks. A lot of people want to talk about the Rays and everything else. What do you want to talk about?
All right. The only thing I have to say is Caleb Williams is my quarterback.
He's your quarterback. All right. Why do you think he's your quarterback besides he's a first-round pick? You got that much confidence already? You're already saying he's going to take you to the playoffs. What is
I ordered his jersey
My
a week
question
ago.
for every Chicago Bears fan out there, because I'm covering it. I'm like the Atlantic Ocean when it comes to the NFL. I'm covering all. Okay. What is the expectation for the Chicago Bears this year? What's a fair because to me, I think a wild card playoff. I think that's got to be an expectation with all the weapons. I get it. He's a rookie quarterback, but you got to hit the ground running. What's your expectation? How many wins? How many rounds for Caleb Williams?
I would say we win the NFC North.
Wow.
We
First
beat
year.
the Packers twice.
You beat the Packers twice and you win the NFC North over the Lions.
Yes.
Okay. That's going to be tough. I don't know if they're going to be able
Caleb's
to do that.
a generational talent.
I understand he's a generational talent, but look, C.J. Stroud doesn't grow on trees. And just because of what Stroud did last year with the Texans, those expectations are absolutely out there. It doesn't necessarily always transition to that point. It doesn't. Rookie quarterbacks don't always do well when they come into the league. They got bumps in the road. They got adverse situations. That's the reason why you got so much of a bust rate when you draft a first-round quarterback. Just saying.
But Caleb is generational talent.
So it's going to get it done. He's like Justin Fields. He's your quarterback. He's going to get it done eventually. No, he's not like Justin Fields?
Not in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, okay.
Are you kidding me?
Well, you were all over Fields when he got drafted by the Bears. Were you not?
At first, I was.
You were all
Once
over
I saw
Fields.
what he could do.
Listen, you were all over
No.
Fields like Tom Banner is all over me about having ketchup on a Chicago hot dog, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But once I saw the writing on the wall, I was like, no, this guy's not going to be it.
Okay. All right. So you're on the bandwagon.
And that's
Caleb
why
Williams.
he's now going to be returning kickoffs for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, he may return kickoffs. He definitely isn't going to start. I know the Steelers are not going to give up that 4th-round pick. It's going to be a 6th-round pick. Why would you do that? Why would you give the Bears that 4th-round pick? Go with Russell Wilson if he could stay healthy, which, there could be a question mark.
Which
if he
won't
can stay
happen,
healthy.
so Justin will be starting.
Well, I don't know if he's going to start enough. Again, I do not think the Steelers are going to start Justin Fields to give up that conditional 4th-round pick. I do not. I will bet money on that.
What are you going to do if he gets hurt and you have to bring in Justin? Then what are you going to do?
That's a totally different story. I think Russell Wilson will be able to stay healthy, fairly healthy.
I don't.
Okay. All right. What else?
That's about it. It's been a great show.
How much did you drink tonight? That's what I want to know. How much you drink?
Do what?
How much did you drink tonight?
I don't know. I lost track.
Yeah, very good. Very good, Tribal Troll.
Acknowledge me.
I will see you bright and early in the morning and you're buying me breakfast.
All right. Sounds good. I'll buy you breakfast. Appreciate the carpool opportunity and, of course, the conversation, the venting today. It definitely helped me out. And, oh, by the way, I did kick your ass at work today.
Oh, yes.
So just say
yes. I totally acknowledge you.
Acknowledge me. Say it.
I did acknowledge you.
Say it again.
You whooped my fucking ass.
I didn't say it.
How's that?
All right, get out of here. I didn't tell you to curse.
All right, bro. I'll see you in the morning.
All
Love you,
right,
man.
man. See
Take
ya.
care.
Everybody cursing up a storm. Everybody saying this, saying that. Taking the show in the gutter here. I'm trying to do a professional sports talk show, and you guys are killing me with all the nonsense tonight. You guys better stop. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out to Two Giant Goop Balls, a New York Giants podcast. By the way, we got to get you on, Andrew. Okay. You're always welcome here on the Evolution. We'll send you the link sometime. Talk about the Giants. Talk about the players the Bucks got, the player the Bucks got from the New York Giants, and Ben Bretterson. You have to tell me about him. competing at that guard spot. Forget the just for men, Peter laugh out. Yeah, I'm done with the just for men. It's the salt and pepper Peter. That's what the people say, and the women like it. They like the salt and pepper. Okay. So no, just for men. I'm not wasting any time with that nonsense. I'm not doing it. Free beer and tickets. Yeah, I'm not really much of a drinker, but tickets, yes. Food, yes, better. Mayo is better than ketchup on a hot dog? Absolutely not. No. Stop that. Don't start that crap. Don't be like Will Levis and have mayonnaise in your coffee. No, that would be a reason why I think the guy is a bust. He decided to ruin coffee. How do you ruin coffee by putting mayonnaise in it? That's unbelievable.
This guy sucks.
No, just for that matter, he sucks for that. Yes. My cable company took Bally Sports off, so I'm not able to watch the Rays. Well, we will keep you up to date here about the Rays. If you don't know, if you're just tuning into the show there, Christopher Cole. The good guys win, taking something from the Chicago White Sox, 8-2. Johnny DeLuca, 4 RBIs. It continues his hot start for the Tampa Bay Rays as they get back to 500. And who knows? We'll be live. Well, I don't think we'll be live tomorrow night. We may do a little cell phone shot, something like that. Go to the Rays game against the White Sox. So we'll see how that works out. So, again, we'll keep you up to date on that situation. Sorry about your cable company. There may be some alternatives and solutions that I would suggest off here, okay? God cure the ketchup eaters of their sins. NFL will give the Falcons the most primetime game. Shaking my head. Good. All the pressure on them to win the division and Kirk Cousins once again to get hurt. There you go. Let's see here. Let's go out to 2 giant goofballs. I shouldn't say get hurt, but there's certainly a possibility with him coming off an ACL. I mean, the expectations are there. That the pressure is there. We've seen that happen. Not every team is able to win in prime time. And let them take the Falcons. Let them take the Saints. Let them take... I don't think they're going to take the Panthers. You can have the Panthers. What's the over-under on Caleb Williams' tears this season? No idea about that. Is that even a bet? We'll have to ask Harry the Greek next time we have him on. I'm sure he'll love that conversation, Andrew. Bears fans should know that they drafted enough of them. Absolutely a quarterback graveyard. Hopefully not. I want to see it work out for Bears fans. I want to see my friends have a little bit of happiness in their life. Maybe not all the happiness, a little bit of happiness. As long as it doesn't interfere with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and their playoff aspirations. Ryan Leaf was generational too. Exactly. They're all generational until they transition over to the National Football League. Well, once again, means not for long, especially if a rookie quarterback doesn't always work out. Mr. Williams, what's good, Tampa Bay? What's good, buddy? Let's go! Haven't heard from you in a little while, so definitely get on the phone lines if you want to talk about your Tampa Bay Rays winners tonight. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Liam Coen with some great comments on Baker Mayfield. We read those in the first segment. Also, Lavonte David had some interesting comments on the Rich Eisen show in care of Joe Bucks fan. He says in 2019 in the exit interview, I just remember in the exit interview talking to Coach Bruce Arians, you have a one-on-one with the head coach. I just remember him saying, if we don't get Jameis Winston back, we're going to get someone in here for you to get us over the hump, get us to the Super Bowl. So there you go. A lot of people would say, at the time that was kind of tampering. Maybe that's tampering. Right? In 2019, they already knew. We kind of talk about that, how the Bucs were exploring that possibility, back channels, right? That goes on. A lot of people say, no, it doesn't go on. It goes on. It definitely goes on. According to the article here, Lars Anderson touched on a lot of this in the excellent book, A Season in the Sun, which he detailed the connection with Light had with Brady from his days with the Patriots. Oh, you don't say. You don't think that played a part in it? Of course it did. All right, let's go out to Mr. Williams. Ask and you shall receive. And I got bad news for you, my friend. Breaking news, Mr. Williams. Harry has still not delivered your chicken wings. What do you think about that? Welcome to the evolution.
Hey, man, first of all, man, I want to say, man, shout out to my Bucks.
Yeah.
We ain't drafted Florida State players since Derrick Brooks.
Well, Kalen DeLoach, a lot of people are excited about him under the radar, undrafted free agent,
man,
wasn't drafted. You like that, huh?
Yeah, the linebacker from Florida State, number 4.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see
Good
if that
kid,
happens.
Good kid.
I want to correct you here. They did get a linebacker from Florida State.
Yes, we did.
Rest in peace,
4.
Mr. Geno Hayes.
4,
Well, Mr. Geno Hayes. Mr. Geno Hayes was also a Buccaneer. Knew him for a little bit. Yes.
Because I'm like, wow, we get Florida State players in a long time.
Yeah, you need to draft Florida State players. I agree with you. I love drafting Florida State players. In fact, I'm gonna do this right now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
But man. But though, Harry, can I hope your Chicago Bear quarterback don't have on a skirt? I know.
No, he's not gonna have a skirt on. You think he's gonna have a skirt on? I mean, how many? What's the realistic expectations of a rookie quarterback coming into that situation? Which, by the way, the Bears did a hell of a job with, putting weapons around him. What do you think a realistic expectation of the Bears this year is, Mr. Williams?
To me, if the young man have a good line, man, they may be a good candidate for the division.
Yeah.
But I just hope that we have to see them. I really do. I hope we have to see them down the road, if not in regular season. Because I need Harry in the 813 area, man.
Yeah, you need him. You need to give you your wings, right? How do you like your wings, by the way, my friend?
Mild. And,
okay.
And, and with a little bit of, Budweiser. And
Budweiser. Yes.
And,
how many Budweisers? Is it a little bit of Budweiser or is it a lot of Budweiser, Mr. Williams?
I need some from last year and this year?
Oh, man, you like a lot of Budweisers.
Yeah.
You and Ray would hang out. You guys got to go and get an Uber together.
Yeah, for sure, man. Because, I'm hoping. I'm hoping that you guys go live at one of these camps, man. Because I love to meet Harry, man.
Well, we'll try to definitely do that. We'll work on that. We'll work on, doing more of, Bucks and, of course, USF out at some of the games. So we'll definitely try to get you a meet and greet with Mr. Harry the Greek, because he owes you wings. He's got to pay up, man. He's been
man.
He's dunking you.
God forbid if I catch him at Hooters.
That's it. You catch him at Hooters, you better order 50 of those babies, 50 with the pitcher. 60. There you go. 60.
Yeah.
You'll eat all 60, won't you, Mr. Williams?
And if I catch him at the press box.
Right. You won't have ketchup on those wings, though, right?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no. What about where do you stand on ketchup on a hot dog? Because I've been killed for this. Where do you stand on that?
Hey, man, no ketchup on my hot dog.
No ketchup on a hot dog. Why is that, Mr. Williams?
Nah, that ain't right, man.
That ain't right. Why isn't it right, sir?
Give me a little mustard. And definitely no mayonnaise.
Well, you can't. I can't do mayonnaise. I already told you about mayonnaise. What I think about it. Look, you have a mayonnaise on like a ham and cheese sandwich, something like that. Maybe a sub.
Yeah, right.
You don't have it in coffee, Will Levis. You don't do that. That's not good.
This guy sucks.
It's not good. I don't put mayonnaise in my coffee.
Will, come on, Will. We ain't gonna put a mayonnaise in the coffee.
Nah, that's no good.
On.
What does that do for you? It doesn't do anything for you.
Nah,
it ruins your play. That's the reason why it wasn't good last year. Trying to too much coffee with mayonnaise in it. Yeah.
And then on the Atlanta Falcons.
Yes.
Okay. You got Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, yeah. Drake
All
London,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, you got them, you
Bijan
know.
Robinson. They got some weapons
Yeah.
there, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, but Kirk Cousins just came off of this injury, man.
Right.
That'd be good if they get a whole season out of it, especially for the money they gave him.
Right.
That'd be good. But
You don't expect it.
I don't expect them being. It's four of us in the South,
Mm-hmm.
and we play each other twice.
Right.
I see them and Carolina gonna be fighting for third place.
Mm-hmm.
Them and Carolina gonna be fighting for third place, man.
Right. Okay.
Carolina and the Falcons gonna be fighting for third, while Tampa and the Saints gonna be beating each other for first. Okay.
Okay.
Because the South gotta run through Raymond James first.
That's it. Exactly.
And
You're
then
exactly
Kirk
right.
Cousins, you've been in Minnesota for so long.
How do you play last
then-
year versus the Bucs? By the way, didn't you have like 3 interceptions? Didn't they harass him all game?
Yep.
They did, didn't they? Huh?
Yep. And
He's got double that coming this year, right?
Yep, and he already know Lavonte Davis got his phone number, and my little man, Antoine Whitfield, already know how to get in it.
Oh, Antoine Winfield gave him a little a kidney shot, didn't he?
Yeah,
that?
yeah, man, and you know, I take my hat off to Jason Light, man, because he done a hell of a job.
He has done a hell of a job.
Done a hell of a job on making sure that his important pieces stayed together. Mike Evans, good job, brother. You deserve it.
Definitely deserve it. Yes. And,
Yeah,
and Chris
you
Godwin
deserve it.
going back to the
Chris,
slot. You excited about
yeah.
that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's Mr. Penn State, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. He's gonna be a hell of a receiver when Mike go put on that gold jacket, man. That's gonna be Chris wide receiver core that he's gonna have to raise the same way Mike Evans raised him when he came in the league.
Right.
Man. And hey, Baker, they gave you some money, man. Hey, let's pass the ball around. I'm so glad that they worked on the offensive line on that right side, because we needed that.
Definitely. Well, you need a left side. You need a left side in the middle, of course.
But though, hey man, Tristan Wirth, he's a monster, man.
He is.
Because the young man ain't got no sights over on his side last season, man. The man went 42 strong without sights, touching his quarterback coming off his side, even with that transition that he made from right to left.
Right.
You know, and I think that's a hell of a young man, and I'm so glad that he was able to get his money.
Well, absolutely. Everybody's getting paid, and they deserve to be paid. That's what a great organization does. Unlike
Mr.
Harry,
White,
when he owes you wings, if the Bucs owed you wings, they would pay up. Harry, he doesn't pay. He doesn't pay you up. So you know.
Oh no, right, Harry, he's ducking, but
he's ducking. He's ducking you, Mr. Williams.
Man.
Yeah, ducking you.
Only thing I just hope that we can do this meet and greet, and by golly, George, don't even tell him I'm coming.
All right, sounds good. We'll do that, Mr. Williams. We'll work that out.
Hey man, a number of love, Peter. Man, hey man, you keep on doing a hell of a job, man.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
And Tampa Bay Rays, y'all almost back to 500.
Yes.
Good job.
We're
Good
back to
job.
500. It's 18-18. They beat the White Sox tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But though, hey, Tampa Bay Bucks, we're going to go ahead on and just be off and get our fourth banner for the fourth year, because I don't see, are we going to split with the Saints like we always do?
Yeah, you might.
Yeah, but though, Derek Carr, we didn't need much to worry about him, because he can't throw to the left side of the field.
He's a broken down car. He was a broken down car last year. That's what he was for the Saints. We'll see what he does this year.
Yeah. He can't even throw to the left side of the field, so we didn't worry about him.
Don't worry about him. All right, Mr. Williams, we'll try to work on getting you those wings, man. Appreciate you as always.
I love you guys, Harry.
Hey, love you too, brother. We'll see you on Wednesday night. We'll see you on Thursday night for the schedule reveal, all right?
All right, my man.
All right, boss. Good stuff there. Again, if you didn't hear, we'll be live on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. With the legend himself, Mr. Leo Haggerty. We'll tell some stories about our Outback Steakhouse lunch, what we have for the future here on the sports web, as I had a medium well steak, which was great, which I'm going to continue to do instead of having well done, medium well. So there you go. We'll work on that, and we'll talk to him about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then the schedule reveal on Thursday. We'll be live for that. We'll get your reaction on that and see where the Bucs play and how many primetime games they have this year. Let's go out to Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, and we will wrap this puppy up. Sorry, my battery went dead. I need a power pack. You do. So there you go. Whenever your birthday's coming up or Christmas, somebody get Ray a power pack so he can stay on for longer than, 20 seconds. Sweet and spicy wings there. Good stuff. Christopher Cole.
Oh, yeah.
2 giant goop balls, raspberry jalapeno wings. I know where you got that from. Yeah, those were good. Go rare, or might as well have a burger. How about now? All right, finish it up here. Jason Line had some comments about how the Bucs have strong leadership and a good mix of players on the roster, have kept Tampa Bay in contention after the retirement of Tom Brady. He has this to say: we have an interesting dynamic here where there's a lot of young players who are still young. They came in 2020. Let's say Tristan Wirfs and Antoine Winfield Jr., and 2 of our leaders on our football team. Their first year was the year that they won the Super Bowl. And when we first signed Tom, they really know no other way to do things. Then they try to compete for winning the division, winning playoff games, and that's really bled into all the young players. Then you have like Lavonte David, who's been through tough times, and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, who have seen tough times, but then they saw the difference in what came with adding Tom. And then Tom leaving, and then us transitioning with Baker, who is a competitive leader in his own right because of the way he plays. I think it's been a good recipe, especially with all the doubters that we've had, thinking that when Tom left, we were going to sink to the bottom. I think that has been part of the DNA of this football team, trying to prove everybody wrong. So it's been a great recipe here, and I hope it continues. Me too. And you know what, Jason Light? That's the reason why you're the best general manager in the league in the last 5 to 10 years of what you've done with this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team, because they will be in contention this year. More than likely, they will win the NFC South. And I bet you right now, they're going to definitely have something to say when it comes to that NFC conference as a whole. Guys, thanks a lot to all the guests tonight. Mr. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire of this show. Of course, Mr. L. Bushman, Evan L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast. Tune into that. Best of the Bay, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy. And as always, your calls, your comments. You are definitely the lifeblood of what this show is all about. And if you don't know what it's about, it's the sports web, the evolution. Is it a TV show? Is it a radio show? It's both. Is it a podcast? It can be. Definitely go like and follow the sports web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Let's go to this one right here. Go Buccaneers. Yes. And Go Bucks says sitting.
How about them Bucks, baby?
And I shall play this before we leave, as I'm the maestro. B-U-C-C-A. All right, 3 things. You know them, you love them, you got to have them. So here it is. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the sports web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, this is for you. It's your time. Have a great night, and we'll see you on Wednesday night and Thursday night for the schedule reveal on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Have a great night.